Good evening, lovely people. It is Monday, the 21st of December, our last Monday night live show before Christmas, people. Hope you're all well. Matt, Jiff, how you guys doing today?
I'm a bit tired, you
I'm as
know.
blessed as the Magnificent Seven, my friend.
Do you know what? Don't get it twisted though. That result was the best thing of that whole weekend, bro. That's just gone like 7. Even though Man United tried to do their thing and score a bag of goals, but they conceded like 2 goals. So yeah, I don't want to hear that. But we
Yeah,
were the
ours was the
Magnificent
performance of the
Seven.
weekend.
Yeah, ours was different,
100%.
different
Seven
gravy, man.
ups. Seven ups
Trust me,
all round. Seven ups all round. So,
indeed.
guys, got a fun packed show today. We're going to be speaking about the news about Salah, which obviously we have to address, has to be addressed.
Mm.
We're going to be speaking
Oh,
about
Salah.
Thiago Alcantara. Also going to be speaking about Virgil van Dijk after he was shown today doing a bit of football activity that is, just to clear up anything there. We're going to talk about the centre back situation and what could potentially happen in the January transfer window. And we're also going to talk about Memphis Depay, who has been linked to Liverpool Football Club as well. A fun packed show, lots to get through. So, guys, earlier on, I'm sitting there, still buzzing from the game at the weekend, and then boom, watching Sky Sports News. Salah's unhappy at Liverpool. So I'm thinking, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Same nonsense, different day. So they start to read out quotes about him being unhappy about the Midtjylland game where he wasn't made captain, about this, about that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Has this got legs? So thankfully, there are some very level-headed people out there when it comes to supporting Liverpool. So I've got to send a shout out to Lakers 91 and Depedero Max, who also sent me some stuff on Twitter today. So guys, I'm going to read out the full transcript of
Mm.
the sort of bit that's in question at the moment regarding Salah and his unhappiness in air quotes, and I want to let you guys hear it and then see what you guys think. So this is from an interview of AS, so the Spanish news outlet. All right, so let me get into it. Let me find the first one.
You're bad, man, Matt.
Carl wasn't even
What was that?
looking as well. Sorry, Carl. Do you know what? I hate to do this to you, bro, but this one made me chuckle a little bit. I can't lie,
It's lighting, man. It's lighting.
bro. I swear, you can get me
It's
back
because
there, Carl, because you'll
no,
just
it's
have to
nice.
talk about
It's just
barbers.
no, it's because Drifty's fair skinned, isn't it? And obviously he's got good lighting where he is, whereas me now, you can't really see the light because of the shadows and all that. But obviously camera
HDR and
illusions
all
and that.
that. Yeah, no, I hear you, fam.
you know,
HDR,
you know what they
4K.
say.
It's not
You know what they
really.
say. You know what they say. The camera adds 10 pounds of beard, isn't it? Like, like you see, it is what it is, isn't it?
Shout out to everyone in the comments showing me love. I had to get rid of it. It was too much, man. It was too much.
Yeah,
It was getting that
such a
count. That's what I'm
burden.
saying. Real talk. I appreciate I can grow a beard, but they are overrated in terms of the maintenance. It's difficult to maintain a beard, bro.
No,
I'm
the
not even
maintenance
joking.
is peak. I can't even front. It is
It's
peak. And
difficult,
that's
bro. So
me
I
saying that.
thought,
It is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I pity you guys. I really do. I feel so sorry for you. All right. So here is the first question. Um, all right. So AS question was, let's speak a little bit about some Spanish clubs that you're always being linked with, namely Real Madrid and Barcelona. I was wondering if
Mm.
you would rule out playing for either of them. Salah's response was, I think Madrid and Barcelona are top clubs. We never know what is going to happen in the future, but right now I'm focused on winning the Premier League and the Champions League again with my club. AS then went on to ask the next question. How much longer do you see yourself playing for Liverpool? Salah laughs. That's a tough one, but right now I can see that everything is in the club's hands. Of course, I want to break records here. I repeat, every record in the club, but everything's in the club's hands. AS, regarding the Champions League, we did mention about the last game where you were meant to be captain, but in the end, another player was chosen. How did you take it? Salah's response, honestly, I was very disappointed. I was expecting to be captain, but it's a manager's decision, so I accept it. Okay, so that's the first bit I'm reading to you.
Mm.
The next bit I want to say is, all right, so this is from De Pedro, Max, he basically messaged me saying, I understand Arabic and I've watched the interview. The guy clearly says he hasn't spoken to. So sorry, I'll give a bit of context. So Salah's friend, who's basically come out and said that he thinks Salah's unhappy and this, that, and the other. He basically said he's quoting Arabic and it's been taken up and it's been thrown around all the different news outlets. So De Pedro said to me, I understand Arabic and have watched the clip. The guy clearly says he hasn't spoken to Salah and was giving his own opinion. So anything the friend has said, while we can try and put 2 to 2 together and get 4 or 5, these aren't direct quotes from Salah. This is Salah's friend saying, this is what I think he feels. In the same way, Drift or Matt could come on here and say, I think Callum, blah, blah, blah. Or I could say, I think Matt, I think Drifty, blah, blah, blah. But they've not told me this directly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, so firstly, I'm going to be honest with you. In terms of a reporter, I get reporters have a job to do in the same way we do when we have guests on here. Bit cheeky to ask those questions, don't you think, though, guys?
It's cheeky, but at the same time, Cal, when it comes to superstar players like Mo Salah, their agents kind of get briefed about what questions are going to be asked. Not everything, but they kind of get obviously a bit of brief because they kind of have to prepare their clients, so to speak. If I think about it deeply, the first extracts from that when Salah was talking about Real Madrid and Barcelona and how long he's going to be at Liverpool, that screams contract negotiations. That screams, obviously, I'm not going to say too much right now, and he will be, in a weird way, he'll be silly not to rule out anything because he's a human being at the end of the day. He, at any point, could wake up tomorrow and Liverpool, for whatever reason, decided to sell him. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I'm just saying, he's still a human being. Liverpool are still a business or a club.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is how things work. It's football. However, I do think this is more to do with contract negotiations. This is me thinking and again, one key thing from that, Cal, was when he said, it's in the club's hands. I think he said that twice, if I'm not mistaken. That says to me that's contract negotiations, bro. And I think it's more of a case of Salah probably putting it out there where things are at the moment without saying too much. Do you know what I mean? And letting everyone else figure it out. But I will say this, though. He maybe could have done a better job in terms of how he answered. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they said Real Madrid and Barca, I know every player kind of says this whole generic thing of you never know what's going to happen. But all in my opinion, all he had to say was, I love Liverpool right now. I don't want to talk about other teams. This is my team. I'll worry about that on another day. But right now, I love Liverpool. I'm doing my thing. He kind of didn't say it as emphatically as that. That's the thing. So, I don't know. What do you think, Drift?
Sorry, Drift, just before I come to you, I'm going to read out a couple of super chats. Joe's R. So in fact, I'll read Ahmed's first. So Salah just wants something on the table for a new contract negotiations. Madrid and Barca looking warm. Salah is going nowhere. Media love clicks. Joe's R. Who do you think will age better, Mane or Salah? Before I come to you on your take, can we get a one-word answer on that? Who do you think will age better as a player, Mane or Salah? Matt first.
Mane.
Drift.
I was gonna make a joke about the way they look, but I thought
don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, no. I love Sadio, but Salah's clearly the better looking youth. But yeah, if Mane, I think Mane would be able to adapt his skills to non-pace related a bit better than Salah would. But then again, Salah's played number 10 for us where he doesn't have to run around. And he actually was spraying the ball around. So, do you know what? I reckon they'll probably age around the same, actually. I think both could make adaptations to their game that would allow them to be all right. So I'll probably say about the same.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with Salah for the same reasons you just said, Drift, in terms I think he'll adapt better to if and when he loses his pace a bit. Quick question for Mo Kamara. Quick question. When is Kop-Ish combat coming? So combat will be spelled with a K, obviously. keeping it the Kaiser. We haven't got an official date yet, but it's sooner rather than later. We speak
It's in
about
the
UFC and
works.
boxing, yeah. We speak
It's
about
in the
UFC and
works.
boxing too much not to dedicate something to it.
Mm,
And plus, a lot of you guys asked for it as well. Also,
mm.
can we get VAR for Cal's beard, please? Big up your damn selves. There's VAR is not available on YouTube at the moment, unfortunately, guys. Once that is available, though, we will go to review
Man
and
said VAR, you know.
we will discuss it there and then. But as things stand, we have to go by the old rules and we have to do the eye test, unfortunately, guys. And and we play to the whistle. We play to the whistle. Go on, Drift. Salah's comments. What are your thoughts?
I just want to ask anyone a question who thinks that he is unhappy at Liverpool. Where's he gonna go? Like we ain't, and I don't mean any disrespect by this. I'm just stating facts here. We're not Man United currently. We're not Arsenal currently. We're not Tottenham currently. We're not an AC Milan or an Inter Milan currently. We're not a Dortmund currently. We're not one of them teams where you're a very good team, but even if you're getting good wages, there could be the allure of a club where you think, you know what, might be a good move for me there. Real Madrid and Barcelona seem to be this club that everyone always seems to hold in high prestige. But I've said to you, look, 2020 has taught us that I kind of feel like that's going out the window a little bit. The whole like nostalgia of that club. It's kind of more what is the club doing now and what's the club done in the last few years, more than like the history of the club. It's changing. It's not like it used to be. Why would he ever look? I know obviously because he's Egyptian, maybe the warm weather would be tempting. But why would he ever look at Barca or Real Madrid and think that's more appealing than playing for Liverpool in 2020? I don't like. Bayern Munich is probably the only place where you could look at right now and go, that's appealing. And I'm not saying Salah isn't better than Gnabry or Sane, but they don't need Salah. So they wouldn't even come around sniffing. That what would be the point? What's Gnabry, 24? Sane's 23? They don't need to come and ask for Salah. They've got their young wingers already done.
And
I
Coleman as well.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Why would he go?
I've got a rebuttal to that though, Drift.
So even if he is a little bit unhappy, surely it would never be unhappy enough to make him want to bounce. Like there hasn't been something really messed up happen. Like he would really need to be making a career move that would be beneficial if he left Liverpool. And I don't think, apart from putting it on your CV, going into the Barca or the Real Madrid team would be beneficial to his career right now. Maybe I'm being biased because I'm a Liverpool fan, but right now we're the top of the tree. We've been top of the tree for 2 years. We've wiped the floor with Barcelona in the process to prove that even when we play against them, we're better than them. Why would he want to go? I agree with Matt that he should actually kind of not even give people an opportunity to bring that up through us. It's a bit like what we say about Pogba when we're like, he's making it bait. Even if you're lying, just say, I love it here to not make the rumor mill go round. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just be smart. Don't let unnecessary distractions come in with all kind of crap. But as one of the viewers said in the super chat, they do love a clickbait. So they twist it whichever way they want, don't they?
Yeah, Jay Finn here. Sorry, really quick. Sorry, man. I just don't want the super chats to pile up, so apologies. Jay Finn, that's like rich people saying the more money, the more problems you have. Tell them to go and do one. I'm not too sure what you mean there, bro. In terms, what's the logic behind that comment? Not in a rude way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused myself.
I think he's basically trying to say the whole like Salah wanting to go somewhere else is the equivalent of a rich person saying they don't want their money anymore or something to that effect.
Okay. Ahmed, by the way, that's not Salah's friend. It was a tricker, is an Egyptian footballing legend. He's just doing pundit work. Okay, so even less of a.
He's not even man them with Salah.
Relevant. Like, he's just another guy basically, who knows of Salah. Like he's just trying to create headlines, it seems. And Matt, you were going to say, sorry if I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, Drift. Everything you just said, I agree. But one thing I will say is, don't forget the other side. The other side is this year. As much as Liverpool and Bayern Munich arguably are the two best teams in the world right now, Barcelona and Real Madrid still have that prestige and history about them. So even though right now they are nowhere near what they used to be, think about it, they're about to enter like a new era because Ramos will be leaving soon, obviously at Real Madrid. Messi's going to be leaving soon at Barcelona. They might want a Mohamed Salah, that star signing, and people might say, look at finances, but when Messi leaves, that frees up space on wages and transfer fees. Real Madrid will probably restructure as well. They'll probably get some players off their books, apparently, that they're trying to sell as well. So I still think, even though Liverpool and Bayern are the two bigger teams, we can't. I don't think we could. Neither of us can all sit here definitively and say Salah would never go there. And it's not because he doesn't love Liverpool, but it's because he may have felt like he's done everything he has needed to do at Liverpool. And that's win potentially the Premier League twice and maybe even win the Champions League twice. He might feel like, oh, do you know what? I've conquered England. Now I want to see if I can conquer Spain, and that'll be my last journey. So even though I disagree with it, I don't think we can rule that out because players do look at that, and they like to look at their resume and go, "Raj, you know what? They can speak to their kids, their grandkids, or whatever, and be like, look at this. I played for Chelsea. I played for Roma. I played for Liverpool. I played for Real Madrid or Barcelona." Do you know what I mean? Like that's a big thing to players overseas. So I get what you're saying. I just think
I'm not ruling it out, bro. I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying it wouldn't make any sense career wise. So if he did it would be
I
quite
agree with
stupid.
that as well. Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Because at 29 years old, do you want to go and be part of a restructuring process? It's kind of the reason why we all laughed at Aubameyang for signing a new deal. He's getting a lot of money, fair enough. But at 31 years old and you've never won anything in your career, apart from 2 cups, which let's be honest, the German version of the FA Cup and the English FA Cup, you can't be Aubameyang and end your career and that's all you've won. That's a travesty. Like we're talking about one of the best strikers of our generation, and he'll only win 2 cups, not even the big cups. Do you know what I mean? Like you look at it and you think, why did he do that? And with Salah, if he wasted 2 or 3 years at Real or Barca trying to be a part of the restructuring and them like doing the whole thing, because bro, players like Ramos leaving would be a put off if I was a footballer, not encouragement. Because I'm thinking, right, so who's going to be the leader now, and then what's going to happen, and what if it don't work? And so I'm just saying, if you think logically, leaving Liverpool for Real Madrid or Barcelona right now would be a bit of a stupid career move, other than I've got it on my CV.
Also, as well, Driv, I will say this, sorry, just quickly as well, accolades. You know what's so magic? I think they asked Salah in that same interview about, I think about accolades. And he the first thing he said was, it's a team game. But obviously, if I can break individual accolades along the way, then I'm all for
winning,
it,
yeah? He said winning things is the most important thing.
Exactly. So he said the team thing first. But I know deep down Salah, from what it looks like, he does actually care about the personal stuff as well. And rightly so, because when you're a top player, you kind of want to show people you're the best as well as you're a great team player. But we all know this. When you go Real Madrid or Barca, bro, when it comes to individual accolades, you have a better chance of winning it at one of those 2 teams than you do in any other team in world football. And sometimes that can also be a big thing for a player.
You also have a better chance of them dragging you through the mud, bro. That man, they've been giving Hazard a bad time, and look how good Hazard is. So
no, but I think with Hazard, his injuries have been bad, bro. When I say bad.
And when he's played, he hasn't really delivered.
I just thought he wasn't following his dietary requirements, but fair enough.
No.
Emmanuel Drifty is savage today, you know. Little snippets of Dark Drifty just in and out of the show at the moment.
What we saying? What, back in the day, college and that? Remember that? No, not even college. Remember secondary school with the turkey twizzlers? Remember them things? Remember them things now as well? Yeah. What we saying? What, he's on that type of diet, yeah?
Turkey twizzlers are the one back in the day.
You know? Bro, the amount of grease that's in them things.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out anyone that's from our generation, if you know about turkey twizzlers. Tastes nice, bro.
Emmanuel, if Salah goes, I'd like to see us go for Son and Neto. I don't think we can't get Son from Levy. Money talks, however, I think the interview was contract bait. I don't see Levy selling any of their big stars to Liverpool. Like he's got a habit of just not doing it.
You know what? Son is contracted till 2024, so you can't even negotiate the contract.
Are you sure? The reason I say that is because I think it was
I'm almost certain he is.
Romano.
Man, I
said
thought he
about
wasn't. Me and Cal was having the argument, and Cal was like, "Nah,
sure.
bro, he's got a long deal." And I was like, "Nah, I think he was like
That's mad
struggling."
Yeah,
then.
And
he's
then
got a
That's
Cal
long
made
mad.
me
deal, bro.
look it up, and I was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
Cal, you're right. It's 2024, bro."
He's
Oh,
got a long
swear.
deal,
That's
bro. He's
mad
got
because
time. Yeah, he's got time on his
Romano
bird, bro.
said apparently they're trying to tie him down to a new deal.
They did, bro.
They probably still are trying to tie him down, but he's still got a bird left to to serve, bro.
All right, he ain't got nowhere then.
And
We ain't
Ain't
getting him.
no.
We ain't
yeah, it's
getting
not
him.
happening. Can I ask a question, guys? Just play devil's advocate here. One of the real standout points of the quote was, um, "It's up to the club. It's on the club's table." Do you think that's Salah basically saying, if the club want to sell me, then I've got no choice, rather than contracts potentially?
Well,
Maybe keeping a little close to his chest so he doesn't look vulnerable. Maybe.
But because I mean, there's a lot of people have said that this is the summer that they could see either Mane or Salah moving on. Touch wood, it doesn't happen.
mm,
But who's to say? And again, this is purely speculation. Me just playing devil's
yeah.
advocate just to keep the conversation going a little bit. Who's to say that Salah doesn't kind of think, oh, this might be my last season, because they might look to start rebuilding, and I'm obviously probably the most prized asset here who can help with that rebuild. Obviously, there's been talk of Mbappe. We've always said if we were to ever get Mbappe, we don't see how it happens without one of the big players moving on. Do we think there's
Mm.
anything in that?
I don't think there's
Possibly.
anything in it. I don't. Do you know what it is, Carl? You know when players
Oh,
say,
sorry, Matt. Jay Finn was talking about the beard cow. Big up Jay Finn. Finally, I got some support in the chat. Big up Jay Finn. Tell him again, bro. Tell him again.
What?
Rich man
What was the
problem.
comment again? I
I
can't
can't
remember.
remember, but I know
I'm
he was
trying to
backing
remember
me,
what he
bro.
said.
I know he was backing me. I
I'm
know he
trying
was
to remember what he
backing me.
said.
Big up J Finn. Whatever you want for Christmas, J Finn, you just holler at me. You let me know, big man.
Right, you sure about that kind of? There's
Yeah, no,
PS5s that are out
I
there
take that
still.
back. I take that back. I'm not
It's a
gonna
bit peak still.
lie. I take that back. That was me getting gassed up. Sorry, Jay. Yeah, go
um,
on, man.
yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, you know when players kind of use that tactic as if to say like it works both ways. So if Salah goes, it's up to the club, yeah. But deep down, he wants to leave. That kind of that takes a little bit of pressure off him because he's basically saying like, "Raw, the club, you guys don't know about this, but the club have potentially looked to get rid of me. So I felt it was in my best interest to leave." And that might not be the case, but that's very diplomatic when a player says that to me. Like when a player says it's in the club's hands, for me it's diplomatic because you can use that in both ways. They're either telling the truth in terms of the club know what's going on and they're trying to sort it out, or they're basically saying to the club, right, you know what, I might leave, like real talk, I might leave, and if you want to keep me, that's up to you. It's in your hands. So I think it goes both ways, Carl, personally.
Fair enough, Drift.
I don't think so. I don't. Matt's right. It does go both ways. I
Mm,
know. I think Mo knows that he's valuable enough that the club wouldn't just dash him away. There'd have to be a real breakdown in the relationship. We wouldn't just
yeah.
turn around and just decide. It ain't like his numbers are diminishing or anything like that. If he'd had like two poor seasons, then maybe the club might start thinking, yeah, maybe he's kind of like on his way down and that. But if you look at the performances he had last year, he's actually on the increase again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think so. I just think people need to bring us down, guys. We got to remember when you're at the top,
100.
it's hard up here. Not only is the oxygen a lot thinner and it gets colder quicker for people like Cal Matt that can't take the cold.
Start Drifty's in full effect, bro. Man's the Grinch
Wow.
tonight, bro.
Wow.
Man's the Grinch.
Man's actually
but you get the
revealing
haters
live
up
to the
here as
world that I
well.
don't like the cold. That's out of order, Drift. That's disrespectful, fam.
Bro, come on, let's
The
be
people
honest.
don't need to know about how I feel cold, fam.
I think I'm on my own when it comes to firming cold. So I'm actually the odd one out here, isn't it?
You are,
Bruv,
bro.
I'm one of them ones that wore the was it the thin slate gloves, bruv? Like even when it's like 15 degrees in the playground, are you mad, bruv? I was one of those youths. I was a Dwight York man then from back in the day. Cal knows. Are you crazy?
Were you
And Cal
saying
was as well.
were you
I
saying
was,
hoodies in the summer and that?
nah,
Nah, not that deep.
crew neck
Not that
jumper,
deep.
crew neck
No,
jumper.
not that deep. Not that deep. Not that
Maybe a
deep.
t-shirt.
Yeah. T-shirt and that, but not hoodie. I want one of them brothers that like, when it's summertime and you see certain man in a puffer jacket, you're thinking, bruv, What's going on? Like,
what's good, fam? What's good, fam? You good, yeah? Yeah, I am. Are you, bruv?
can you
Like you're
breathe?
boiling in there, bruv. No, man's calm, fam. Man's calm, fam. You're just taking in the rays and that. It's like, are you really taking in the rays, bro? Any minute you're about to pass
And
out
while
from this
he's
heat,
saying
bruv.
that, man's all twitching. No, man's cool with that. But like,
Yeah.
like it is what it is, innit? Bro, why are you twitching? Why are you hot? Are you sure, bro? Like,
Sweat on the moustache and all that, bro. Baking. Baking.
I
Hermanshi.
see
Don't
that,
see Real
man.
Madrid signing Salah ahead of Mbappe. That's another point. LFC
Yeah, but
Aaron isn't.
it'll probably be easier for them money wise. Like the whole Mbappe package is going to cost like 350 million or something
No,
ridiculous.
So is the
Mbappe
Salah
package,
one. So
mad.
with the Salah one. Salah's on a long
No,
term contract.
I don't think Salah will cost as much as Mbappe, bro. Come on, he's about 8 years younger than him.
That's brother. I couldn't care less about that, brother. He's on a one. He's
Nah,
got
I
No,
1 year
agree.
but
left on
that
his
I
does
deal.
agree with
count
this
though.
there. Yeah, in terms
That
of
But he's
the
got
does
1 year
count.
left
scrum.
on his deal. He's got 1 year left on his deal,
Oh
No,
bro.
I hate that.
yeah,
Hold
I
on.
keep forgetting about
He's
that.
got
You
one
know.
year
Has
left
Mbappe
on
got
his
one?
deal.
You sure it's not
1
two?
year left. No, in the summer
Yeah,
he'll have
Cal's
1 year
right. At
left.
the end of this season, he'll only have one. He's got two at the moment, but I keep forgetting he's only got 1 year
Hold
left.
on,
You
hold on,
know.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm not
Salah
putting
will,
two and
Salah will cost more than Mbappe.
I'm not trying to put two and two together, guys. I'm not, right? Mbappe's got 1 year left. Liverpool been linked with Mbappe for about 2 seasons now, especially when we got the night kit. Salah's apparently unhappy, talking about
That's
how he
that's
wasn't
that's my
captain,
worry. That's my worry.
bro.
I'm not swapping Salah for Mbappe. You know,
No,
man.
neither am I. Neither am I. But I
I'm
want
not either,
Mbappe as
but
well
I'm
as
just
Salah.
saying. Do you think? All right, let me ask you like this question. We have to be real. At some point, there will be a rebuild. We're not trying to. I don't think it should be next season and maybe even the season after. But at some point, there will be. Let me ask you like this: do you think if there is a chance to get Mbappe, and it will be at the end of the season because you know he's got a year left, and if we don't get him, it's most likely going to be Real Madrid. Would you sell Salah to get Mbappe?
No.
I'd push out
Would
the
you
boat
even
and
consider
I'd
it?
push
Would you
out the
even
boat
consider it?
and I would sign Mbappe and have both of them. And then if Salah goes
I'm just,
in the
yeah.
future, you've already got Mbappe at the
Yeah,
club.
I
exactly.
hate it. That obviously that's a perfect scenario. But the reason I ask you like that is because I just think you know how Liverpool always say. I think it's been reported that we kind of work 2 summers ahead. They've been probably thinking about this for a long time. Not selling Salah, but I'm just talking about Mbappe and whether we've got a chance. And I think for the first time in years, people can't actually laugh when it comes to us being linked with Mbappe. They can actually go, do you know what? I'm gonna be real with you lot. Liverpool and Mbappe could actually happen. It's not like something that if I would have said to you 3 years ago, you man would have just laughed and be like, Matt, what are you on? Like, do you know what I mean?
Matt, is it Thiago that's giving you that sense of optimism?
No, do you know, it might. Do you know what? It might be still because I'm not trying to say that we're gonna get Mbappe or even Haaland or do you know what I mean? But I'm just thinking at some point, Liverpool, all jokes aside, they're gonna
Have
think
to
of this
get.
rebuild, and it's
Yeah.
just whether they feel like it's this season that they need to do it because they feel like they would need to act now. Like if we don't get Mbappe now, I'll be honest with you, we just won't get it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
It's
ain't
that
yeah,
getting.
that's
simple.
true. I agree
So
with
it's
that.
one of those ones where maybe even Salah's heard noise. It's hard to say, but this
Unless
is
he stays at PSG one more year, Matt, and then he goes for free. That would be the only
yeah.
other
Nah.
option.
PSG ain't gonna let that happen because that could happen with Neymar as well.
But you want to
They're
know
not
what
gonna
though,
let
Cal?
both.
If there's
They're not
any
gonna let
team
both
that can
go free.
afford to let it happen and keep him for one more year to help their success,
It is
PSG is
PSG,
one of the
yeah,
few
because they
teams
got the
that could
funds.
allow it to
Nah,
happen.
not him and Neymar, bro.
No, they won't let both of them go for free. No,
Yeah,
they
they're
won't
both
let
in
both.
negotiations apparently. Neymar and thingy. And all you
I
hear
wouldn't
from
be
PSG,
surprised if both of them signed new deals that doubled their wages, but put in a buyout clause that was reasonable enough for teams to afford.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised, you know.
no. They could have done that already. They're both going. Neymar's wanted out of PSG for the longest time.
So
he's
who do
always.
you think could afford to buy both of them then?
I reckon one goes to Real Madrid and one goes to Barcelona.
I agree. Yeah. Do you want to know what's mad?
Because it seems like Messi's going to go PSG.
Well,
Yeah,
what
but if
about the
Messi
fact that
go,
Barca and Real Madrid apparently don't have any money at the moment? Like
They,
apparently they're
yeah,
really.
yeah, we've heard this before though, bro.
Cal,
Any two
can I
teams in
keep?
world football can be more corrupt and get players in. It's them two, bro. Let's be
Do you
honest.
Yeah,
know?
no,
What,
that's
do you know
true.
what I think could potentially happen? Neymar stays, at PSG, and obviously they get Messi, and Mbappe leaves and goes to Real Madrid. I think that's quite a realistic
Neymar's
scenario.
not having a bar of that, bruv. He left Barca to get away from Messi.
Bro, no, he said the other day he wants to play. Bro, he wants Messi to come and play with him again. You know, them man are pally. Don't get twisted.
Yeah, they are. LFC Aaron, isn't this FSG's MO? If we sold Salah in the summer, I don't know. I'd like to think not.
It is though. It is cash in on your asset. It is.
Yeah.
Nah, let's not even think about that, because I'll be real. If we, as much as Mbappe will be an absolute amazing signing, and maybe we would kind of start to get over it, maybe as like a year went by or half a season, whatever. Losing Mohamed Salah would be a travesty for Liverpool. Yeah. I'm gonna say it now, so all the Salah fanboys don't come for me. Right now, Salah is a Liverpool legend. He is a breathing Liverpool legend, still playing for Liverpool. Like, real talk. This guy's numbers are they're just stupid. If I'm not mistaken, he's got 2 more goals. Yeah, he's a legend, fam.
You lot convinced me that we could get a decent amount of money for Naby. I would say get 50 for Ox and Naby. Put a little bit on top.
I don't understand. We were doing so. Hold on.
And Naby, you get 50 mil for Ox and Naby. You put a little on top. You get Mbappe. You drop Bobby into midfield, so we replace the midfield options with Bobby, and then you're good to go, bro. Rob, it's not shade. I'm being real. I'm saying get rid of Ox as well. You know that's my guy.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Matt. I'm rowing the boat, bruv. Elephant Man style. I'm rowing the boat, bruv. If we can cash in on Kaya and Ox, as well as other fringe players, and bringing Mbappe, bruv, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Wow. I'm not gonna say now.
Sean Joseph, thoughts on Salah being upset about Klopp giving Trent the armband? Personally, I think he should have kept it to himself. 6-0 as per usual. Yeah, that's a point, guys. Before I go to the next super chat, Salah being annoyed that Trent got the captain's armband, that seems weird to me, almost as though he was promised to get it for a game or something. For that to even be brought up as a question as well.
Because surely Salah's got to know that if we were being honest and going through the first 11, he'd be maybe the 8th or the 9th person on the list. I'd give Robbo the captaincy before I'd give it to him.
Same.
Obviously, Genie and Milner and Henderson and Van Dijk.
Milner,
I'd probably let Alisson maybe even be captain before Salah.
So would I, funny enough.
So this is the reason why Trent was given the captain's armband for that game, is because he's the longest serving player to start that game.
Bro, if he's our local, do you know what it is? And this is gonna sound.
I might let Salah have it over Trent though. You know, I think the scouseness does add to that. Salah's probably a better captain than Trent.
I don't know. I read out some of these.
You can base it on Egypt because he's the captain of Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, go on. Sorry, Carl. Yeah. I'll get back.
Emmanuel, Son's contract expires July 2023. So this summer we'll have 2 years left on his contract, and with Liverpool, come on, guys. Levy, but we've seen Levy in it. We've seen what Levy's about. But I would be very intrigued to see Levy versus Michael Edwards when it comes to negotiating.
No one ain't blinking, you know, because Levy's
that's Habib versus GSP right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. But I think we're Habib though, because Levy's been around a little while now. So you know how GSP's been around. He's still a legend.
Levy's been around. He's been in some wars, innit? He's been in some wars where Habib's still fresh.
I don't know. It might be the other way around because we've got a better stand-up.
True.
Hold on, you said we. Who's we?
Liverpool.
No, but who are we? We're Kop-Ish.
I think it might be the other way around, and we're GSP because we got a better stand-up.
No. We're Kop-Ish.
We're Habib, fam. We more. There's no negotiations, bro. We go in there. We'll be like, see, Son, yeah.
I'm going to.
And Daniel Levy will be like, well, there's going to be no we'll smash your boy then.
But you know, I'm talking about peak GSP as well, not obviously the old.
Peak. If it's peak GSP, peak GSP, then that's different, fam.
Jay Finn, I think LFC is looking to rebuild the team, and Mo is the most valuable player we have, And if we're going to sell, now is the best time. Mbappe 2021, guys. Yeah, it's true. I just don't like the idea of it personally. Ahmed Salah has at least
Yeah,
4 to 5 years of top quality. Exactly. I think
I
this whole
agree.
age thing really gets branded about, and people are like, "Oh, he's 29, or he's going to be 29 at the end of the season. Let's just sell him on and cash in on him." But we saw players like Ribery and Robin and Zlatan still going, Cristiano still going, Messi still going. This
That's
whole
true.
myth of when you hit 30 or 29, your career starts to go downhill is a myth nowadays because
Do
of
you know what it is as
sports
well,
science and
Cal?
just player fitness in general.
No, you're
Go on,
right.
bro.
What I was gonna say is this: sometimes a football club will look at the player's age, as you said, and even though we don't agree with it, they'll look at the profile and think, right, you know what, this is a great player, but because they're at their age, we can't get as much for them as we could have if it was 2 years ago. And as that last super chat just said, as much as it would burn us from a business perspective, it makes sense from a business perspective because when a player hits 30, it's always that thing in football. Even though I don't agree with it, because you're right, Carl, you brought some points that I all agree with. But in
Mm.
football, there is that thing of when you hit 30, your value just changes regardless of how great you are. It just changes
Yeah.
automatically. And if we sold Salah before 30, for whatever reason, we'll just get a way bigger fee than if he was like 31. And that's where Liverpool will probably look at it and think, do you know what? If we had to do it and we kind of feel like Salah maybe has accomplished everything at Liverpool, that's something I can't even, say Liverpool definitely wouldn't do, which would be crazy. But Salah's not even, he's entering his prime, actually. He's in his
Yeah,
prime
in
now.
his
You
prime
no,
now.
you lot have got to remember as well. Salah's 29 at the end of the season. He's
Yeah, yeah,
currently
Yeah.
28.
He's
yeah.
28. No, you're right, Drift. Yeah, I got it wrong. You're right. He's 28, fam.
Edward, unlikely that Salah will sign for a Qatar-owned team. That's another. That's a,
Mm.
that's a very
A
good
lot of
point there as well.
politics in that, isn't it?
Yeah. Marcus Barnes, Cal, you said no with conviction when asked whether you would swap Salah with Mbappe. Are you insinuating that Mbappe would be a drop off in quality? Yes, I
I
am
am.
because I think Salah is the
I am.
best in the world in his position. And again,
Numbers wise,
Raw. I
no,
wouldn't go that deep. I
Matt,
wouldn't. I'll
numbers
tell you
wise, we
why.
don't we
Salah,
Because
don't do
Salah,
the whole
Salah
stat
right now
thing,
is better than
but
Mbappe.
numbers wise, I do think it'll be a drop in quality. There's
Yeah, it would be.
absolutely no guarantee. All right, I know this is a silly comparison because he's not as good of a player, but look what Timo Werner was doing in Germany, and we all thought absolute
this
assassin.
is different, though, Dre. I
No,
get
no,
what you're
but
saying.
bro, everyone
Yeah, go
thought
on, go on, go
absolute
on, go on, go on, go on.
assassin. He's come to
I
the
hear
Premier League
that.
and it's a different beast, bro. It's not the same. I know Mbappe's a better player than Werner, but what I'm saying is, bro, Salah
He's a
has
lot
got
better, bro.
unquestionable numbers for four
No.
years, man.
100%.
There's
100%. But I
no
just think
guarantee Mbappe will come in and do that, bro.
no. What I would say is this. I don't know whether it'll be a drop off in quality, but I just think it would just be a change of the unknown. And I think the change of the unknown means I'm gonna sound like a politician here because it can go one or two ways, isn't it? Mbappe, let's be real, with Mbappe's talent and the way how we play, and Mbappe being so versatile across the front three, Mbappe could actually better Salah's numbers, or he could get worse. I think it's too hard to say whether Mbappe, if he comes to Liverpool, that just means that he just won't be better than Salah because look what Salah's doing
That's
now. Because
that's
what
fair.
Salah's doing is emphatic, and I agree that it's hard to judge, bro. It's one of them ones, Drift, where we would only know when it happens when we would all look back and go, "Raw! I can't believe we just signed Mbappe and man's only got 2 goals and we're in February." Or it will be a case of, "Raw, Drift! Remember that conversation we had, bro? Mbappe's got 25 goals and we're in November." Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, madness, bro. It's hard. Bro.
Shall I tell
It's
you what it is?
hard. It's
The reason
hard,
why I said it with
bro.
conviction is, and again,
Yeah.
this is nothing to do with Mbappe as such. This is just how highly I rate Salah. I think
Yeah. Of
Salah is the
course, of
best
course.
in the world in his position. Therefore, anyone else you get is going to be a
Yeah.
drop off in quality because
Okay.
he's the best in the
Okay.
world.
I get that
So
from that
I
point
get
of
where
view.
you're coming from, Matt. What I'm basically saying is I want Mbappe at Liverpool Football Club, undeniably, but I don't want it to be at the expense of one of our key players.
Agreed. Because you know another thing, Cal, where I'm going to slightly cheat and use drift logic. Let's say for whatever reason we had to, let's say Salah went and we still
Mm.
have Mane and Jota. That just might mean Jota's on the right, Mane's on the left, then Mbappe's through the middle and Bob is at the 10. And because Mbappe's through the middle and he offers a different dimension, he now gets more goals than Salah. from when Salah's playing on the right. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to judge.
That's
hard,
what I was
bro.
saying.
I'm being real.
Because using that same analogy and that same logic, that would mean that Mbappe would be playing through the middle, getting service provided to him by Mane, Salah, Bobby, Henderson, and Thiago.
No, not Salah. No, not Salah. It'll be
I'm saying I'm talking about my logic of letting Naby and Ox go and just putting a little money on
top. No. Bro, just chill. Chill. Bro, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say to you. This is what I'm gonna say. We can sell Ox. And not even say that, because I'm making it sound like, oh, I hate Ox. But if we had to sell one of them, obviously I would rather it be Ox.
Bro, and it's about injuries. Let's be honest.
Wait. And if we had to sell a forward, it would be Divock Origi. And that's
but you know why I don't say Origi? Because I don't think Origi would fetch much money. I adore the guy, but I don't think he'd fetch much money. So we're trying to get funds here. We got to get rid of the assets that will actually get us back enough money to go and buy the other player.
I hear that, but bro, Divock Origi could probably get you realistically 20 mil. 20-something for Wolves.
I don't think we could get more than 10 to 12 mil for him just because people know we don't want him.
No,
but people know we don't want him, though. You know when you just...
He's still a talent.
Wolves just went and bought this unknown. They just went and bought 18-year-old striker for 35 mil. Michael Edwards, bruv.
Telling you, bro.
Fair enough. But I think Origi's worth every penny. But I've got a feeling that it'd be really hard to shift Origi for big money because teams know we don't want him.
I'm going to be real, Drift. If Ox and Naby can both stay fit until the end of the season and they can play at a high level, I don't want to see any of them leave. Now, I know like people might think,
it's never going to happen, though.
No, I know. That's what I was going to say, because we are that kind of club where you look at things and think, yeah, do you know, if we can get some money here or there, because we still do the Moneyball thing we do. We have to be real about it. We still do Moneyball. I just don't think it...
But I get worried about Ox when I see him doing a strenuous warm-up, fam.
Do you know what? When I saw Ox come on the other day, he reminded me of the quality that he has. Like Ox, you know. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to see none of them boys leave, you know.
Bro, I don't want to see none of them leave. Baller, bro. If we could wave a magic wand over our squad, that meant we didn't get any injuries apart from, you know, like having a cold version of an injury, like a little, I missed one game because I had a little tight leg or something like that. Then our squad would be impeccable. What dents our squad is the amount of injuries we always get to players who we need for the rotation. Matip, Gomez, Ox, Shaqiri, Naby. If these guys were always ready and available and fit all the time, Klopp would be able to rotate so much. Bro, I reckon we'd win all 4 trophies we were in. I'm not even getting carried away. I genuinely reckon we'd win all 4 trophies. Because if he could rely on them lot, he would be able to always put out a cup team. We've been through it before. If your cup team's Minamino, Origi, Ox, Naby, Shaqiri, Matip, bruv, it's a madness. Milner, Simicast. If you can put out that team, that's your
even
cup
I'll be
team,
real with you though. Naby shouldn't be in the cup team, but no, I agree with the rest. I agree with the rest.
No, bro, if we're being real, it's Gini, Hendo, and Thiago in the first team, and Fabinho. Come on, you know Naby's in the B team. We gotta be honest, bro.
I'm gonna be real. You see Naby, yeah. If a fully fit Naby is in form,
don't say it,
let me finish. Naby is in contention to be in the start. I don't think he'll get started lineup, but he'll definitely be on the bench. You won't be like B team. No.
The bench plays in the cup games,
the bench is B team.
Yeah, the bench is B. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, but that's like saying then, if you think of the best 3 midfielders, you would argue to say what Fabinho, Henderson and Thiago. I wouldn't say Genie's B team.
No, but Genie's definitely playing in the team over Naby. So I say Naby's a definite B team player. That's what I'm saying.
I reckon those will be the 2 midfielders on the bench though, if they're both fit.
All right, well, bro, but then we win the cup even more convincingly by playing Genie and Naby.
I just don't like a world where you're trying to put Naby in a B team. I'm just being honest, fam. Like, I know. But we move.
Anton Dunn, thank you for becoming a new member. Guys, if you want to become a member, click the link in the description. You get behind the scenes stuff, extra posts, and you also get exclusive videos as well. Gasoline Rainbows. If Origi goes, he won't score 15 goals. Drift, look at his stats on loan out to Wolfsburg. 6 goals in 31 appearances. Salah can go. I agree with everything up into that last sentence.
To Wolfsburg. It was a very horrible situation for him. You can't judge him.
Yeah, I'll be real. I'll be
sorry,
real.
sorry, Matt's gone. It was a horrible situation for him.
Man was on the blower to Origi.
It
I
was
said,
a
yo,
horrible
Divock,
situation for
what's
him.
it saying over in Wolfsburg in Germany? And you can imagine Drift saying, yeah, do you know, bro, I know it's really hard over there, yeah, but you just got to show out, bro. Like, just do what you can. That's where Drift's getting his intel from. Agent Drift speaking to
Bruv, he
Origi,
hollered
bro.
at me, bruv. You know the time difference. He woke me up mad early, and I was like, bro, what's going on? He's like, fam, I just want to come home, man. It's dead out here, bro.
Want to go home.
But Haaland, instead of having to sell Mo for Mbappe, again, I'm going to say, I'm just speaking, again, this is just my personal view. This is not the thoughts of Kopish, not the thoughts of Matt or Drift. I rate Haaland as a finisher. I really do. I just don't think he's versatile enough and got enough footballing acumen to play in the system that Klopp wants. That's all I'm saying.
You don't think Haaland? Do you know what it is?
You don't think he could play up front for us, no?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying no, but even still, you think of Mbappe and how versatile he is, how he can go out to the wings and he can create something out of the wings.
That's true.
You don't think of that with Haaland.
But that's because Haaland's just a predator. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But Cal, no disrespect to
Origi,
but when we say predator, we're talking predator at the highest level. So yes, we may have to change the way how we play, and maybe we'd have more of a slightly. When I say static striker, I don't mean Haaland doesn't run, but what I mean is he doesn't move like a Bobby Firmino. He doesn't move like a Lewandowski. He doesn't move like a Benzema.
You don't have them salsa hips. That's why, bro.
Yeah,
Shall I be real with you? Shall I tell you what team I think he'd suit perfectly, and I hope this doesn't happen?
Don't say it. Yes, I knew he was going to say it. Yeah,
he'd suit Chelsea to a T.
He would. I'm not going to lie. If they got Haaland, bro,
then they become a problem. They become a real problem.
Haaland will be, bro.
And again, I hope people don't think I don't rate Haaland. I do. I rate Haaland. In front of goal, Haaland is a absolute killer. But I look at his overall game, and I know we look at what Klopp demands from his players. Like Salah isn't just a player who just plays out on the wing, dribbles and crosses the ball in. Darth Drifty, I placed Origi's head on man's lap and sang Akon. I tried so hard. He cried silently in sleep.
Darth Drifty is undefeated. World class. I'll be real.
He's world class. He's world class.
No,
he's on the cusp of elite.
He's on the cusp of elite, bro.
Yeah, he's on the cusp of elite, bro.
I'm telling you, them lines there, fam. Jeez.
LDC LFC has just become a member. Thank you, LFC. Sorry. So yeah, what I'm saying about Haaland, I rate him. I just don't think he'd work to his best in our system. Like his overall game isn't developed enough in comparison to other players in the team. But like Mane and Salah, they're not just wingers. Like when you watch them, they're not just wingers. Like we don't have, apart from centre back, and even now you can argue at centre back, we don't even do that. Apart from centre back, we don't really have any specialists in the team. Even
but Robbo, Cal,
obviously a specialist.
This is what I was thinking. Shout out to Cast, bro. If you put Haaland in the box with the crosses that our fullbacks put in the box,
you're both right.
It would be a madness, you know.
Okay, but all right, a lot of people say that because they're Haaland's height. He's not really a bully in the air either.
No, but not even just that. He would just be getting on the end of everything, like whether it's a volley, like whatever it is.
A low cross count, even if it's
he would just be in there.
Right,
you know what I mean?
That's a point. That's a fair point.
See Bobby's first goal against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That's what I want Bobby to do every week, bro. Because that goal right there.
The first touch and looking away, yeah. I remember.
But bro, if you think about the delivery from Robbo and Trent, Bobby could get about 15 of those a season, bro. Like honestly,
I remember. I remember.
That was the goal of the game for me. And Bobby could get like 15 of them a season if he always made that run, because our fullbacks provide that service all game long, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I don't know. Very true. $9065 says Virgil doing keepy ups today. He was. We're going to speak about Virgil later on in the show. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we could all agree none of us want Salah to leave. If it does happen, God forbid, then I'm not accepting anything less than Mbappe and someone else. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not just having Salah leave and
If you
Mbappe.
if you believe the rumors, I don't even like Salah, so apparently I want him gone.
Well, rumors are rumors for a reason, bro. Kadir Hussein, Thiago to Haaland is done. Thiago to anyone, to be fair, is done. Like,
No, Kadir, Thiago to Mbappe. That's a wrap,
oh,
bro.
sorry. Just imagine, guys, a front three of Mbappe, Mane, and Salah. Guys,
They'll try
come
and get
on,
us
man.
cancelled, bro.
Come on,
Bro,
and hold on. That's our start. That's like our Champions League final front three. Then let's say, for example, we had to play a cup game in the quarterfinals against, I don't know, a championship team. Our backup front three could potentially be Jota, flipping Minamino, and Shaqiri, for example. But it's stupid. It's getting stupid, isn't it?
yeah.
You
Like
know
this
what would
team
happen if
is
we
it's
managed
dumb.
to pull that off? They'd probably get a whole Everton scenario for every game where that man are just out here to assassinate man because it's not fair, bro.
But then they're only going to hurt themselves because they get players sent off and we'll bring on someone off the bench who's mad as well. Then, like,
I don't know about that, bro. Richarlison's ruined the end of my 2020, bro. To be
No,
fair,
but this is the point, though. What I'm saying, Drift. Let's say, for example, we had Mbappe, Salah, and Mane next season, yeah. And let's say, God forbid, Richarlison injured Mbappe, but he gets sent off. Then you go and bring on Jota. It's still madness for them to deal
No,
with
it's
10
still
men.
madness, but I get where you're coming from. That whole like idea. You see, like this season, Cal, yeah, we've been robbed of seeing Virgil and Thiago. I know Gomez is different, so I'll just say Virgil and Thiago. Them two have been robbed of playing again in our starting 11 this season together. Obviously, Thiago
Yeah,
come back, but Virgil. Like, do you know how? Bro,
it's
you see
devastating.
Richarlison. I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna say it live. I really hope I never buck Richarlison in Liverpool, you know, because you see when all these things done, COVID and whatever, whether it's 2022, 2023, I'm gonna keep it true, Cal. I'm gonna be so real. I'm just gonna say to him,
I think there's a long
why?
line to get to Richarlison before us. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm just gonna say to him why, and he's gonna come up with an explanation, and then yeah, you might see the rest on World Star Hip Hop or something.
LFC Aaron, we did well with Salah. Then front three,
Robbed us.
Jota, Mbappe, Mane. What is your guys' streaming schedule over Christmas? What are we saying, guys? So what are we saying
Hold on.
tomorrow?
So we're doing right. So
Nothing on
hold on.
Christmas Day, obviously, and nothing on
we might
nothing on
as well just let the people know because obviously we couldn't do it.
yeah.
We had a real proper joke, fun Christmas special planned for you lot that involved
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
actually physically being out in the field, doing tasks and trials against each other and stuff.
It got shut
What I
down.
mean,
Now.
we might have even been on the golf course. Like it was gonna be hilarious and fun to do. And then everything just got shut down and we had to cancel all the plans. So we're actually really
Yeah.
disappointed and upset you guys don't get to see that. So we got a couple things we're still working on. We've got to bring you lot something special for Christmas. But what we had planned would have been so joke to do and to watch.
Yeah,
But
it would have been sick.
got ruined, man. So, babe, Boris said no. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, Boris, yeah. As Stormzy would say, F Boris, man. DA,
For real.
Klopp wasn't happy with Mane's reaction when he was subbed off. Klopp's love towards Salah is clouding his judgments lately. I don't know if I agree with that.
Is that a little segue into an apology?
I'm not apologizing, Drift. I've got to be honest with you, bro.
I know you.
What's this? Klopp wasn't happy with my reaction when he was subbed. So Klopp's love towards
I don't think Klopp's judgment is being clouded by anything at the moment. I think he's been pretty solid recently, barring the Midtjylland game, which we all expressed our concerns about. I think he's handled everything
but you know
else
what?
pretty well.
To be fair to Klopp, he actually said he doesn't care at all whether his players are upset because he understands they want to play every minute of every game.
That's what I thought he said.
And Mane wasn't disrespectful to Klopp in any way. And as I pointed out to you lot in the group, which I did, this is a lovely little segue. We won't go on because everyone's going to say I'm being biased. But if you go back and watch the footage, Mane was a little disappointed to being brought off. But he actually was cussing at Klein, who tried to tell him to hurry up, and he told him to shut up and stop trying to talk to him. So he was actually badding up a Crystal Palace player when he was coming off. He wasn't being rude to any other Liverpool player. So everyone who was trying to say he was throwing a strop towards Liverpool players, needs to take that back and understand that Mane was just a little disappointed because he saw a hat-trick in his horizon and he didn't want to come off. Done.
Can I just say, a lot of people have been saying stuff like this. There is absolutely nothing in the works between me and DT. Like,
yeah, why would all of a sudden you versus DT?
You know?
Yeah, like
what's that all about?
A couple of people have been saying it. Like,
why?
I don't know.
Why?
I'm gonna be real. But I don't know DT. Like, I've met the guy once in person. He was cordial to me. I was cordial to him. We've never had a beef on or off camera. Like, I don't know where this has come from. I'm not doing no charity fighting or no fighting with another YouTube. I'm just not doing it. Like, there's nothing going on with me and DT.
If we're gonna raise enough money for charity that it's worth it, I'll watch Cal destroy DT in the octagon.
Look at Jim trying to put some legs to it. He done an Eddie Hearn. Oh, go on then. Might as well, go on then.
But I'm not gonna lie. If it's an MMA thing, I'm a pimp Cal because I know we'll win. So it is what it is, bro.
I'm gonna be real. If it's MMA, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna pimp Cal because he'll win, bro.
But let's be real. Even in boxing, let's be real.
Let's go.
Guy, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not fighting DT. It's not happening. And plus, look, I'm gonna be real. When it comes to fighting, I'm not arrogant. Anything can happen in a cage or a boxing ring. So
yeah, of course. But I've still got my money.
But you still back yourself, Cal. Let's be real. You always back yourself. Let's be real now. Come on.
No, I don't always back myself.
Yes, you do, Cal. Come on. Why are you lying?
I don't. No, I'm never fighting DT. I've got nothing but love and respect for them, man.
It's time to go.
You know what's funny? Yeah, because he's so passionate and angry, people think that he must be like a bad person. DT's actually a safe youth.
That's what I'm saying. He's actually cool.
He is. He actually is, for real.
Like, he says some flippant things sometimes, but I think we all do. Like, I know I've been guilty about saying flippant things.
Yeah, that's different. Remember, when you're talking about football, that's a different headspace for people that are very passionate. Like, you know what I mean? That headspace is football. But when you come out of football, man's calm. I've met him a few times.
There's been a few times when man ain't been on camera, and I've done some shit when my team's let me down that I think, right, if the camera was on me, they'd actually put me in a straitjacket.
Emmanuel, Klopp rocking white crepe for.
Do you want to know something? Sorry, I just sorry to cut you, Cal. I just remembered, when me and Drift went Anfield, maybe like 2-3 years ago. I can't remember what goal it was, bro. You see Drift, I swear down. In front of my eyes, Drift actually turned to dark. Drift pupils went white, I was just like, bro, man picked me up. I thought he was gonna dash me off the stadium. I was like, bro, all right, we scored, but health-wise, I need to get home as well, you know.
Emmanuel, you never walk alone. Klopp rocking white crepes for Sports Personality Awards. My G. Klopp is just that guy, isn't it? He's just that guy.
He is, man. He is.
And he's so humble that he actually was like, I don't think I should have won the manager award, but I'll take it. That is how humble the man is.
Yeah, he knows, man. He's just the guy, bro. We are so blessed to have Jurgen Klopp. I know we say it all the time, but you see, like, God forbid, when that day actually happens and hopefully it's years down the line, we're going to look back at this man and just think, Raj, you know when we had it good, was when Jurgen Klopp signed for Liverpool and he brought back the days where we were never scared
don't
of
fast
no
forward
one.
like that, bro. My heart skipped a beat when you just said that.
Bro, no.
Like that, bro.
But real talk, though, we're going to look back at it and just go, do you see when Klopp came here? You see what man built? What man has built right now?
It's different.
I'll just be quick. Some of the names that we had at the club, this is no disrespect to the players that were there. Sacco, Skirtle, Mignolet, Moreno, Emre Can, flipping Lallana, Lovren. Now look at the players we have now. Virgil, Thiago, Mane, Salah, Genie, bruv, Robertson. Bruv, it's mad. When I say it's mad, the transformation, I'm sorry.
And can I just throw in
Bruv.
the ever present throughout all of that? My captain.
No, you're right. You're right.
Matt. Couple people are saying you need to reel off that list again still.
What? All the names, then, yeah, Cal?
All the names that Klopp's brought in still.
That brought in. Let me say again. Virgil. Yeah? Thiago. Mane. Salah. Genie. Jota. Bobby. Like, actually, he didn't bring in Bobby, but he's changed Bobby's life. He's changed Bobby's life, bro. Bro, look what he's done.
Alisson.
Crazy.
Fabinho.
Alisson. But Fabinho. Bro, come on. Naby. Yeah, that's right. Naby. Naby Kings.
My other phone battery died. You're
out of order. You're out of order. I'm out of here. See you guys later, yeah? Merry Christmas, people. Merry Christmas. Still love.
You know what?
When he done me dirty, you know.
When you said Naby, yeah, Cal needed that like.
Kadir Hussein, Cal missed super chat, bro. What we really want is Manolo versus Callum, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want no smoke with Manolo, bro. Man, he's too calm. He's too calm.
Too calm, bro.
I'll give Manolo my hardest, and he'll just look back at me like this. I'll have nothing. I'll have nothing for Manolo. Manolo's inevitable still.
You know what? So Klopp's touch is so perfect, yeah, that he might even have the key to youthfulness. Like, who knows? You know, there's like everyone's chasing after
Klopp
that fountain of youth. Bro. I think Klopp's hugs might be that, because the man's touch is magical. Because I swear everything he touches to turns to gold. Man even managed to get Adrian to pull off a winning save in a cup final. Like, madness, bro.
Nice.
Madness.
All right, next topic then, guys. Memphis. So we're going to speak about 3 players in this one topic, but the main person on this is Memphis Depay. So rumors have come out that Memphis Depay is available in January for as little as £5 million.
Do it
now. We've been linked with him loosely in the past. Obviously, he's best friends with Genie and Virgil. Memphis Depay, guys. £5 million. What are you saying? Yes or no?
How can that hurt you in any way, shape, or form, bro?
Man can do the false 90.
No, honestly, how can that hurt you in any way, shape? And absolutely no shade on a man who finally arrived at the party at the weekend. Depay would definitely give you better numbers than Minamino. We just have to be real. Like, it's no shade on Minamino. Depay would give you better numbers than Minamino, and it'd be cheaper. Why not, bro? Honestly, why not? And if he comes in and causes a disruption, then you get rid of him. But why not?
I'm going to be... Drift, let me ask you this, because I think, realistically, this is what I can actually see. And this is no shade when I'm saying this. I'm just saying, like, from a Liverpool point of view, yeah? Not my point of view. If Divock Origi was sold, would you be happy with the price? I know, obviously, you're going to be annoyed that Origi goes anyway. But I'm just saying, for the replacement that we're bringing in, would you be happy with the pie? Because I think that's probably an easier way to look at it, if you ask me.
That doesn't make sense in terms of Origi's a striker and Depay's a number 10. But
Depay ain't a 10. He ain't a 10 though.
You know when at the end of training sessions and you pick up the goal and you put it on your shoulders and you just walk with it. That's what Drifty just did in the goal.
When he heard Divock Origi, he was like, hold on.
He put it on his shoulders, he leant forward, bro, and he's lifting it like this, bro.
Here's the thing. Depay is not a 10, bro. Remember, for Holland, we've spoken about it, Drift, and you've been pro.
But he plays false 9. He's not a striker.
No. He's not an out-and-out striker, dude. But he can do the false 90. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We've already got a false 9, so we don't need him for that.
Rotation.
In my opinion, Depay. Why I would say, all jokes aside, You lot know anytime it comes to Origi versus anything, I'm gonna back Origi, but Depay is a better footballer than Origi.
Anything, you know.
Depay is a better footballer than Origi. So if that was what happened, I would reluctantly be okay with it in regards to it makes the squad better. I'll be upset because you lot know I want Origi to really be actually given his chance and actually be here. But I know Depay is a better footballer than Origi, so it improves the squad. But I would want Depay to be coming in as one of the wide players, bro. I wouldn't be wanting him to come into play centrally. I would honestly reluctantly see him as a replacement for Shaqiri because Shaqiri clearly can't stay fit. So it's not about ability because I'd probably say Shaqiri's a better footballer than Depay. But if you're talking about availability, Shaqiri's proved he can't stay fit. Like there's no point in us waiting for it anymore. He goes in the Naby, Ox, Matip. He goes in with those guys, just always injured, always. Like it's not even funny now how injury. He's actually more injury prone than Matip. If you think about it, Shaqiri's availability has probably been worse than Matip as a Liverpool player.
Yeah,
I would probably see Depay more as a replacement for Shaqiri than anything. And at 5 mil, bro, it's a no-brainer, bro. It's an absolute no-brainer.
With Depay, I don't see him as a wide player, even though he can play there. But I know Shaqiri's kind of that. He's the
same mold of Shaqiri.
Yeah, he's the same mold.
Like, exactly the same mold.
Do you know what? I'm looking at his black and white, and I'm just thinking squad depth. So if you lose one player, you know what I'm saying? And I know they don't play the same way, but Depay can kind of, I suppose, cover the front three. So can Origi. In my opinion, it's still an upgrade, regardless of, you know, Divock Origi and what he's done. And again, I'm not saying I want Divock Origi to leave. You know, I'm just saying I think we have to be realistic in terms of how we will probably go and get Depay. Because you look at the rumblings and you think Origi's unhappy, kind of thing. From what you're hearing, he's not being played, and Liverpool have been linked with Depay. He's friends with Gini Wijnaldum. There's no smoke without fire in it. So I don't know. That's how I see it anyway.
Donovan forgot to say in the review.
100. That's what I'm saying.
When I see FSG out in Boston, gonna tell man to run their pocket for some players. Hello, yeah, do that off your own back, bro. That wasn't sponsored by Kopish. I just want to put that
out.
Shout out to Donovan for joining the viewers review this week as well. That was cool to see the cross seas. You know what I mean? You know what, that whenever I hear the American accent, it just gets me a bit hyped. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it just gasses me up a bit still.
All right, guys. When it comes to Depay, you know I'm probably his least biggest fan on this channel.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, you make no secret of that.
Yeah, you can't stand Depay.
I don't know if I'd say that.
What?
As one of the viewers said.
Where's that energy? I want to see that real energy, Cal. You see the energy that you're giving Naby. This is Cal. Yeah, you don't listen to me. You don't really like him, do you?
You're not mad. One of the viewers that made a LOL about if we get him Depay, we can get him to rap "You'll Never Walk Alone," and that's what Cal would actually hate. Cal would be like, "Who's this guy think he is? Is he here to play football or make rap videos? Like, what's the deal here?" Like,
I'm gonna be real with you. I am old school like that when it comes to it. I'm trying to be more open-minded as I get older. But I'm old school. Like I just want my footballers to play football, innit? I think that's why we run players though.
He rocks the silk shirt well. You got to admit, bro. Bro.
I just see the negativity that can come from it, bro. And like all it takes is for a couple of bad performances, and then man releases a rap video, and you're like, "Wow, where's man's priority?" But you see what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
The only other thing that kind of worries me or gripes me a little bit about Depay is how much he seems to love Man United still, and kind of doesn't make any secret about that.
See that, and again, this ain't what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a statement. This is just, you know what I mean? It's up in the air. It's speculation. I just think if Depay was to come to Liverpool, I know he played for Man United. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say he wouldn't be a good squad player. That's what I will say.
No, and I think I should basically say, look, if we could get Depay for 5 mil, we could move on to Origi.
Depay!
Now that was making me hungry, man.
For
if we
real.
can actually, if we let's say for example in an ideal world we could pocket 20 mil for Origi and we could get the
Mm.
5 for 5, then I'm all over that.
Yeah, sure you were.
I'm all
No,
over
but
that.
well, Cal is. Yeah, Cal's made his feelings known about Divock Origi more than me.
Yeah,
And the thing
yeah,
is, Drift, I'm kind of like this because I kind of understand Origi where it's coming from, and I understand the club. Whereas Cal's like, you know what Cal will say? Cal will be like, but Drift, other than his moments that he's done, what's he done? What does he do? You know when Cal's like, but Drift, what does he actually do? If he's not scoring goals, Drift, what does he do? Let me ask you
And
that. That's what Cal was saying.
do you know what that feels like? Do you know how that hurts my soul? That's like, all right, I don't really do much, but that one time I did do something, like I managed to actually pay your mortgage before your house got repossessed. That's the Champions League final winning
oh
goal.
my goodness.
So when man tells me, what do you do? I'm like, bro, I saved you from being homeless, fam. Like, I know I ain't done a lot, but what I did do, it was a big deal, bro.
What Cal's saying is, yeah, you stopped me from being homeless, but where else was you during the year? Like, where was you? Like, when I needed £50, where was you, fam? Like, do you know what I mean?
And it Cal's like, do you know how many times I had to carry my shopping home when you could have dropped, man?
I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh.
If and when Origi moves on, I wish him nothing but the best. Genuinely do. Like I will never
I
forget
don't
what he's
believe
done for.
you, Cal.
Nah, all jokes aside, I
Mm.
love Origi and what he's done for the club. Like I would never forget that Champions League season where he won us a game in against Barcelona. He secured the victory against Tottenham. Like the Newcastle goal to keep us in the title race, a lot of
Yeah,
people forget
Everton
about as
goals as
well.
well.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Everton goals,
yeah.
I will never forget his moments.
Scissor kick
100.
against
But
Arsenal in the cup.
yeah, that holds a bit less weight though because that was kind of a throwaway game. Not taking anything away from the goals, they were
It was
quality goals.
Arsenal, bro. It holds full weight, bro. It
You
was
know,
Arsenal.
you're right. But what I will say is, I am also of the feeling that in order for us to progress, then I think Origi has to be one of the names that's moved on.
Like, so you would actually swap Origi for Depay, yeah?
Yeah, no, without question.
Wow. The way Cal said, he tried so hard not to hurt your feelings, Jim. But he was like, yeah, without question, innit? Like, I remember do it still, like, that's what it is, innit? Like, Cal's bad man, Cal's bad man.
Hold on, Matt, you wouldn't know.
No, it's not about me, Cal. It's about you.
Matt is such a politician, Get the straight face, bro.
Listen,
it isn't about me. It's about
Drift
you.
knows my feelings about Origi, even though I feel like Drift may have turned on me the other day when I sent the thing into the group chat, just showing him about there is a potential that Divock Origi could leave.
Bro,
I don't think Drift was happy.
when you saw that news before you sent it, you actually went. I know you did, bro.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real. When I saw it, I genuinely was actually in shock in terms of like, raw. Even though you kind of think it every season, he might go, he might stay. Now I kind of feel like for whatever reason, it's more realistic. And then the cynical part of me was like, oh, you see when Jiff was talking about Kater, yeah? But drop it in there and don't say nothing.
I know, bro. You think I don't know, bro? You think I don't know, bro?
And I was waiting for Cal to say something because Cal, I think Cal might have put the eye emojis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
then I gave him the eye emoji to say, see that, Cal? See that?
Nah, look, as I said, I wish Origi nothing but the best. But if we were to lose Origi for 20 mil and bring in Depay for 5 mil, then we've upgraded our squad and we've made money on it. That's a win-win in my opinion.
Yeah.
As I said, I think Depay would make a more suitable replacement for Shaqiri, in all honesty.
In terms of how they play,
for like.
kind of.
But no, because Depay can play through the middle as well.
Yeah, but realistically, it's like for like. If you're thinking about the player's attributes, his position on the pitch, it's like for like with Shaqiri. It is like they're kind of pretty identical in the way they play.
Put it this way, I'd rather go Jota, Memphis and Shaqiri than Jota, Origi in Memphis.
What you mean as a front three? You mean?
Yeah.
I hear that.
I'm quite surprised at that, but cool.
I know I'm going to get backlash later. I know I am. When Drifty does, it's cool, but cool. I know there's backlash coming. Michael Ramsey, welcome to the show. 3 clowns would destroy LFC within 1 minute. About you, man. Flopped. Real LFC fans would never want Man U rubbish. 3 football clowns. Okay, Michael. Yes, Michael. You're right, Michael. Everything you say.
We want Memphis Depay, Michael.
Thank you for the super chat, Michael.
Cheers, mate.
Michael, you're right. We are clowns. And if you're watching, Michael, what does that make you? Another name that's been linked with us is Renato Sanches, guys.
Yeah.
No. Allow that.
I heard. Yeah, because I'll get on to him. But yeah, go on, Carl.
You can't flop at Swansea and play my team.
Hey,
I don't want him at Liverpool.
All right, all right, you lot clearly don't like him, which I'm not even saying is a bad thing.
No, I thought he was good when he bust, man. I thought he was good when he bust.
Yeah. One thing I will say though is that he has improved since then. He's gone to Lille and he's done all right. I still worry though whether he's good enough to step up in that quality, but we can't sleep on the fact of this is Jurgen Klopp, and we've brought players before who we may have felt like as individuals, like, are they good enough? And they go on to do an absolute madness. So that's what I will say. I don't want to say Sanchez, if we was to get him, would be a flop.
No, hamstring.
But I would just say this. I think he could be all right. But I will say this again. If it's at the expense of Gini Wijnaldum, then hell no. Because that's what it looked like it could potentially be. Just sign Gini Wijnaldum. Just sign up Gini, man.
He's the perfect example of a player who had a bit of potential and got overhyped and just couldn't live up to the hype.
He did. But
Renato is the perfect example of that. Because they were talking about him like the second coming. Like, he's one of the most hyped young players in the last decade. And he just didn't live up to it at all.
If he came to Liverpool, he'd be our worst centre midfielder.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I hate to say it. But
even behind 37-year-old Milner.
But does that not mean Klopp can't improve him though? This is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, but we can't keep getting Klopp to turn water into wine, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hear that. Yeah. I'm just, do you know what it is? I think for that type of money, even if it is 18 or 20 mil, whatever, you probably could find a better midfielder.
You know when there's a problem,
you can, innit?
Here's the thing, yeah. I know we might be being a little bit harsh, but if you go to a lower league club, yeah, and you can't play, what I look at it more at is how can that manager not be picking you when he's at a team that should just be happy you're even there, but you're such a problem for whatever the reason is that he isn't even playing you. Do you get what I mean?
Back then, no. I think it was mentality when he was at Swansea. He felt, from what it looked like, he felt he was bigger than Swansea, in my opinion. And I think when you've got that attitude,
one of their worst performance.
Yeah, no, 100%. But when you've got that attitude, you can't play because you're disrespecting your teammates, you're disrespecting the club. Like, you should be grateful that you're playing football. No, it's not about where you are. But again, that was young Renato Sanches. He again, I still think he's improved. He has. If you watch him at Lille, he has got a bad injury record. But again, if we was to get him, for me, it'll be an underwhelming signing. But I'm not going to sit here and say Klopp can't turn him into a madman. I just don't want to see it. If I'm being genuinely honest, I'm
going to draw for a cow one here. I would be livid if we signed Renato.
Would you really be livid? Like livid?
Bruv, I'd be livid.
But even if we kept Gini, because if it's for Gini, then
as Cal said, he would be our worst midfielder. What is the point? I would be livid.
True.
20 mil. And he's not. If he was like 18 for 20 mil and he's our worst midfielder, I'd understand because he's got 4 or 5 years before we can really start talking about him.
I hear that.
He must be about 23, 24 now, right?
I think he's probably, 23, 24. I think 23, 24. Would you go for Bissouma, Cal? But over him, Bissouma from
flipping, yeah, definitely.
Where Bissouma from again?
Brighton.
Brighton. That's it. I'm about to say Sheffield.
Yeah. But that's what I said the other day when this first came about. I can think of at least 30 centre midfielders I'd have over Renato Sanchez.
Yeah.
I would go
Bro.
and raid West Ham's midfield. I'd go and raid. I'd
Yeah,
even take
I'll take
Norwich.
Declan.
What's
Yeah,
my
of
man
course you
you lot
would.
like at Norwich?
Cantwell and Buendia. Cantwell and
Cantwell,
Buendia.
Bendy.
Cantwell.
Bro, I would take. Oh, bro, I'm not even gonna. I know this is peak. There's probably Arsenal midfielders I'd take rather than Renato Sanches, bro.
Only
Oh,
one.
who? Who's the one?
Thomas
So
Partey.
you think
Thomas
Renato? So
Partey.
you
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
Sanchez?
yeah.
No. In terms of doing a job, do you think Sanchez would do better? Honestly, think that, man.
Bro, I'm gonna be. And the thing is, this is not me. When you look at Arsenal's midfield, the characteristics that they have, El Neni is one of those players that literally plays the ball sideways, bro. Like he's not gonna
But
take
you
no
know
risk,
what? He's reliable,
bro.
and at
Bro,
least he's
don't
not gonna
say that.
go
Yeah,
missing, bro.
reliable at being dead.
Yes.
Fam, El Neni is. When I say to you, El Neni's pants. Don't get me started.
No,
El Neni,
I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying that's
bro,
how I would feel if we sign like San. No.
Bro, El Neni. I'm telling you for now, Renato Sanchez in an Arsenal midfield would actually improve them. I'm not even joking.
He would. That says a lot. That says a lot.
Xhaka has no legs. Yeah, he can't run. And tactically, Xhaka is poor in my opinion because he makes too many records.
All right, would you take you take Danny Ceballos over Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
So that means there's even Arsenal midfielders that I would take over him then.
Yeah.
But
there's two. No, but that's what I'm saying about. No, but that's what I'm saying about Sanchez. He's just not good enough for me.
Would you take Ceballos over Sanchez? I don't even know about that.
Yeah, I would, bro. I would.
Yeah. But that says a lot. That says a lot.
For Liverpool, in Liverpool's team, or would you? Or are you trying to say like if you went into Arsenal's?
No, I just think Ceballos is a better player, bro. Whichever way you want to look at it.
Bro, Ceballos, I'll be honest with you, he's neat.
Oh, he's better than Sanchez, bro.
Bro, he's neat and tidy, yeah. But when I say to you, the guy has no athleticism, and when I say to you, he over tries everything, bro. Ceballos is. I'm sorry, he's poo. He's poo.
I just don't like Sanchez. I don't rate the bios either, but I just Jay Finn. I love Origi, but we need to move on.
Dead. Sorry,
but he needs to move. That's all right. I love Origi, but he needs to move on to better his career because LFC will never play his game. Put Origi in Wolves. I think he gets 15 plus easy.
I knew I liked Jay Finn. He's got a point. Origi for his own career does probably need to move on reluctantly. But you know what? I would love to watch Origi go to Wolves and bang in 15 goals apart from when he plays against us. I would love it because I'll be able to actually watch him play every week. And I think if he went and played the understudy to Jimenez, I think he'd actually do very well at Wolves.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Promo. Would you take Bamford as a replacement for Origi?
Hell no. Come on, Promo. Come on, bro. I like you, man. Bamford. Come on.
Cal?
You man, don't do it.
Bro, it was just a knee-jerk reaction. Sorry, Cal. Yeah, what are you saying, Cal?
No, I'm asking would you take Bamford over Origi?
Would I take Bamford over Origi?
Why are you even asking the question again? That's stalling, bro.
No, Drift, would you take Bamford over Origi?
Hell no. What are you talking about?
Would you take Bamford over Origi?
Matt, I'm asking. You can't answer my question with a question, Matt.
but Johnny's just asking, and now go on to. I'm just asking.
Well, no, but I asked.
You're not just winding me up. Ha 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 ha. I get it.
I don't understand. No, I'm being serious. Cal don't want to answer. Cal don't want to answer. You know.
I don't want to answer.
I know why. I know. What are we saying, Cal? I'm gonna be real.
I know you're winding us up anyway, bro.
How many goals has Bamford got this season, Cal? Do you know?
He didn't score yesterday.
How high can a gazelle jump? What's the point?
Just asking a question, bro. Why are you getting so angry? I'm just asking a question.
I'm right in saying he didn't score against United yesterday, did he?
I think he's got about 5 or 6 in it, Bamford, isn't it?
I think he might be on either 5 or 6 this season, yeah. maybe 6, I believe, because I know he got a hat trick against Villa. So I think he's on 6 goals in the league.
I'm joking. I wouldn't take Bamford. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. I don't know what Cal's saying. All jokes aside, Bamford is good for. I say good for. He's inconsistent. He doesn't really finish his chances. He's that old school target man. Divock Origi for me has more talent. And again, if you put Divock, do you know the best way to put it, Cal? Divock
Oh,
Origi
sorry,
plays for Leeds.
he's on 9 league goals.
Okay. I will say
Good
this
for
though.
him. Didn't Michu get like 20 goals one season?
I'll be real with you though. If Divock Origi plays for Leeds, he gets more goals than Patrick Bamford. That's me
Does
being
he?
100% real. No,
Does
he
he?
does, Cal. Well, yeah. Do you know how many chances Bamford misses? Bruh. Cal, you need to no, Cal, what are you saying then? Because you haven't been vocal.
I don't think there's any point me saying because you both said Origi, so
No,
whatever
I
I
think you
voted,
need
the
to.
vote's done.
It don't really matter. I think you need to tell
Do
the
we?
people.
Cal's
Yeah.
adding to the drama where he's adding to the suspense. There's no way you believe Bamford is better than
Come on,
Origi.
man. What are you saying, Cal? Real talk. Who would you take? Real talk. All jokes aside.
All right. So shall I tell you with Bamford? I think he's very underrated for a start. He is wasteful though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take him over Origi, but I don't think people should just shy it off as easy as they shy it off.
Yes, they should.
Bamford's
Championship should have
Bamford's far from rubbish. He's far from rubbish.
All right, let me ask you this, yeah? Can you imagine Bamford bursting into a World Cup and actually playing extremely well and having that people actually pay attention?
But how many years
No,
ago?
I'm just giving you examples of why it's actually ridiculous for there to even be this comparison.
It's
Babe,
not though,
I'm
just
ready
because
for this. This
because
is
we're talking about 2020, bruv.
That's not the point.
No, it is though, Drift,
We're
because that's
talking
like
about the ability of the player.
no, Drift. We're talking
And they're
about
about
who
the
they
same
are
age,
today.
right?
No, all right. This is my rebuttal to what you're about to say, Drift. Because that's like someone saying that's like me saying, "Oh, is so and so better than Freddie Adu?" And you could turn around and say, "Could you imagine that
Jesus
person,
Christ.
14 years old, badding up the league? What Freddie Adu was doing at 14?"
Man drew for old school man like Freddie Adu, you know.
But
He
that's
was,
what like
bro, they were saying he was going to be Pele, fam.
yeah.
Bro, Freddie Adu was only getting hyped because USA needed to have like a poster boy. They knew he wasn't good, man.
Bro,
Come on.
how can you say a 14-year-old is going to be a mate? He's 14. You don't even know how he's even going to develop, bro. He's
His
No, but
14.
balls just about dropped at that point. Man, his voice hadn't broken. Man, never saying he's going to be the best player in the world. Come on.
no, but this is my point. I'm judging both players based on today, not what. When did Origi break out into the World Cup? That was what 2014, right? That's 6 years ago, bro. Like I can't think of Origi 6 years ago. I've got to think of Origi today.
Yeah, but Cal, you need
I'm
to say
comparing the two
today.
players today.
Let's not be disrespectful to Origi in the sense of he don't play week in, week out like
No, I'm
Bamford.
not. I'm
Bamford
not being
plays week
disrespectful to
in,
Origi.
week out, and
I'm
misses
trying to
how
ensure
many?
there's
Yeah, yeah,
no
go.
disrespect to Bamford. I don't
No,
think I think people hear the name Bamford and think, "Oh, Chelsea flop." Oh,
no, not
basic player.
even.
He's a very good player. He's just.
Not
I'm not saying I take him over Origi, but he's a very good
Cal,
player.
a very good player. Really?
Yeah,
Would you say that?
He's a very good player, bro.
Cal, I'll say he's okay.
I think he's a very good player.
I ain't
Cal,
even
if
heard,
you're
man. I ain't even heard Cal say he thinks
bro,
Depay is a very good player. You know, man, give that level of praise
No,
to
don't
Bamford. You know,
lie. Don't lie, Drift. Don't lie.
you never said that you think Depay is a
it's
very good
true.
player.
You never
But
said
that
that,
goes
Cal.
without
You didn't
saying.
say that, bro.
You never
No.
said that though.
When have I ever said the pie is not? No. All right. So this is what happens when we speak about the pie. You man will start comparing him and saying he's got techers, some of the best technique in football and stuff, and I'll be like, slow down. Like the last time we had a Depay disagreement was you lot were
Mm.
saying something along the lines of, "Oh, apart from players like Neymar and Messi, you ping the ball to Depay, he's the next in line with those sort of players." And I was like, "No, no, no."
What?
No, we've never said
You've
that,
Bro,
never
bro.
said
I
stuff
have
like
never
that.
said that
Drifty, hold on,
ever.
Drifty. You've never said stuff like that.
No, what I said was you
I've
have to
never
rate a
said
man.
that.
I
Yeah.
said you have to rate a man who's a star player for Holland and he has revived his career and shown he's got mad techers. That's what I said about him because he does.
You put him up there and said he's one of the most technically gifted footballers in world football.
If you ask me to name the 20 top technical footballers, Depay might get in there, bro. He's
That's
very
what
technically
this is
gifted,
what I
bro.
mean, Matt. This is what I mean.
But
So
he's
I've
very
never.
technically
I wouldn't
gifted.
go that
He's a
far,
baller, bro.
He's a baller, but I wouldn't go that far. He ain't top 20, fam.
Yeah, but I never said it was a fact. I said let's have a conversation, name 20, and if you don't make it, fair enough. But he's one of the names that will come to my mind,
bro.
But
Fair enough.
I never said he's a spectacular footballer. I just rate him. I think he's a good footballer.
But this is what I say. So I've never said Depay's not a very. Whenever we've had conversations about Depay, you said mad stuff like he's top 20 when it comes to technique, and I'm like, Drip, I can't agree with that.
No, I didn't actually say that, but I'm saying I wouldn't rebuttal that. I'd say, all right, let's have a conversation about it then.
He's not top 20, bro.
Maybe he's not, but you still use very good for Bamford, which is a compliment. And you've never complimented Depay.
All right, so if I'm going to speak about Depay, I'm going to say he's a top-class footballer.
All right. Well, at least you said it.
Cool.
I've never heard you say anything nice
No, that's fine. It's because you never.
You guys have never asked me.
No. But Cal, when you were describing, when I said, "Oh, would you take Depay over Origi?" You were like, "Yeah, I'll take him," but you weren't
But you've never heard me downplay any of his footballing ability, have you?
No, that's true. You haven't. You've always talked about it.
Like my gripe with Depay is he a footballer or a rapper? And is he still a Man United boy? That's my gripes with Depay.
True. But
when it comes to Bamford, in the same way, I think Origi is a very good footballer as well. I think Bamford is a very good footballer.
Let me ask you this, Cal. Do you think Origi and Bamford are on the same level? I think I just need to use
ability-wise. No, Origi's better than him ability-wise, but this is where it gets. This is why I think it's a more difficult question because we speculate that Origi will get goals because he'd be playing regularly, but he's never really played regularly in his career. And whenever he hasn't got that many goals. So it's difficult for me to just say if he goes to Wolves, he's going to get 15 goals easily because he's never done that wherever he's played for one reason or another. That's why I think when we say stuff about Bamford being dead or anything like that, and I'm not saying you guys said that, I'm saying he's very good, is because he's showing it in a team that's just been promoted and he's got 9 league goals already this season, which I don't think you can sleep on.
No, you can't sleep on it. But then I'd also say the same thing about me. Give an example like Tammy Abraham last season. Like, you know, when people were like, no, Tammy's all right. And obviously Tammy is okay. But again, I would just say Tammy Abraham, yeah, he's all right. Like I would say Bamford, yeah, he's all right. But I wouldn't, for me personally, I wouldn't say, as you just said about, like, for example, like Depay, yeah, he's a very good baller, you know. He's a very good. All right,
let me ask you a question.
Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Would you say Werner's a top class footballer, right?
Yeah, I still think he is personally. Yeah,
and I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think if you had put Bamford in that Chelsea team this season, I honestly think Bamford would get more goals than Werner as things stand. Have you seen how many chances? Have you seen how wasteful Werner's been?
Werner's missed a few, but are we talking about
playing in a better team?
But would Bamford be playing on the left because that's where Werner's playing, bro? He ain't playing for the middle.
No, but I'm not talking about the overall game. I'm talking about finishing. Wherever Werner plays, he's had plenty of one-on-ones and he has plenty of chances where he can score, regardless of what position he plays.
That is true. But Bamford misses a bag. Did you see how many chances Bamford missed against Man United?
No, I'm not saying I disagree, but I'm saying Werner gets a lot more chances than Bamford does and plays in a much better team than Bamford does. But Bamford is on a hell of a lot more goals.
Actually, I disagree. Bamford gets more chances because if you look at the way even how Leeds are kind of set up, I kind of feel like Bamford gets more chances than Werner. In certain games, yes, Cal. No, there's certain games I think Werner might have a few. You are right, but overall, Cal, I reckon if you look at like chances missed or whatever, or chances created, I think there's been way more chances created for Bamford because he's the focal point of these attacks. Werner's not the focal point of Chelsea's attack, you know. And yes, he misses chances, Cal.
He misses a lot of chances, bro.
He does, but Bamford has missed out.
No, he has, but Bamford is in a team that's not creating as much as Chelsea. Like, whichever way we want to look at it. Like, Leeds play good football, but it's not just
man are saying people I'm high, you know?
Leeds create a lot of chances. Is that even a truth?
Man actually saying I'm high.
Werner gets more easier chances than Bamford, bro. But
I don't know.
Werner stopped the ball going in on the line, bro, twice.
I would pick Werner over Bamford all day long.
I'm not saying, again, I want to clear this up. I'm not saying Bamford is a better player than Werner. My argument has been, let's not sleep on Bamford because he doesn't
Mm.
seem fashionable. He's not a fashionable player.
It's not. Do you know what it is,
That's
Cal?
my argument.
I think
Because
Clark.
if Bamford was in the
Yeah,
team ahead of Werner this season, I think
yeah.
Bamford would be on more than 9 goals this season.
So here's the thing, because people will say like, "Oh, I'm a Werner fan," but all this stuff. I'm just actually just looking at the two players as a whole. This is just what I think. Come towards the end of the season, I still think Werner will score more goals than Bamford when it's all said and done. You know, when you look at like their like for the season, I just think Werner will score more. Score more, sorry. That's what I personally think. And I think he's a better player. And yes, he misses
He's a better
chances. Of course
player.
he
He's a
does.
better player.
He misses chances. I'm not gonna. He's missed that bag. But Bamford. I need to actually go look at the stats, fam. If I ever see Bamford's miss open play chances, bruv, you're gonna be
No,
crying.
you know what? Yeah,
Bamford is mad.
sometimes it's not just about putting the ball in the back of the net. It's about your level. Even if you are quite good at putting the ball in the back of the net, do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Kevin Phillips. Everybody has to hold their hands up and say, "Rah, the man's a goal scorer." You know, Ricky Lambert. Rah, the man's a goal scorer. You know, you go through their career and they were prolific. No matter what level they were playing at, they were prolific. Take away what happened to Lambert at Liverpool, but he was prolific even in the Premier League once Southampton made the Premier League. But there's still that moment of like sensibleness where you go, but there's levels to this. I will put Bamford in with people like that, like Lambert, and actually Kevin Phillips is way better than Lambert, but and Bamford. But you know, like there's like levels of the character. So I agree with you, bro. He shouldn't get disrespected. Bamford can score goals, but like he can't sit at the table with people like Werner, bro. We can't. Like we got to be real.
I'm not saying he can sit at the table.
No, I know.
I'm
just saying that he can't sit at that table.
People think because Werner hasn't settled probably the way how I thought he would, and a lot of other people would. I think his confidence, if you look at it, probably isn't the highest. Whereas Bamford is riding the wave at Leeds, fam. He's getting like 1 billion chances every week. I'm not saying Werner doesn't, but I think when you look at them as a whole, I know Bamford's come up from the lower division, yeah. And Werner's playing overseas. I just think rotted, like, you know how we say to our players, give them a chance. I just personally think you'll see a better Timo Werner, whether it's the end of this season or next season. And I think, but again, I'm not saying I want him to. I'm just saying that's just what I think. I just think the quality he has. Bro, I don't think you can sleep on that for too long.
There's something about Chelsea.
Does it for Germany as well.
There's something about Chelsea where it doesn't matter who the manager is, what the system is, what the tactics are. They don't do well with young or skillful or speedy players. They need mature, seasoned vet, strong type players. It's just fact. Like
I hear that.
All their managers, and there's still like a common theme. If you do well at Chelsea as a striker, you're strong, you're aggressive, you've got hold up play. It doesn't matter who's in charge, you know, Ancelotti, Mourinho, you can go through the list. It doesn't matter who's in charge. There's something about that club. Look how well Giroud's doing there now. There's something about Chelsea.
Yeah, that is true.
They're not built for the type of for like Kesman, Shevchenko, Werner. They're not built for those.
Why don't people? This is another thing as well.
Hold on. I'll get through some of these comments now.
Because I want to clear something.
Watch Bamford, boys. He's got pace, work rate, and as a backup striker, he will be great. Yet certain man want ex-United flop. LOL. Again,
would you take Bamford over Depay?
So again, this is what I'm going to say to that, because I actually agree with everything up until that last sentence, promo. When you say, would I take a Man United flop, an ex-Man United flop? Salah was arguably a Chelsea flop.
Exactly. It's not
Genie was arguably a Newcastle flop.
I wouldn't say that, bro.
No,
they just got relegated.
No, if you look at his performances, if you look at their performances throughout the season, and you speak to Newcastle fans, a lot of fans thought Genie was awful that season.
That's just because of his away form, fam. Home form,
even at home, a lot of games, people said he just didn't show up. I'm just going on based on Newcastle fans.
I think the Newcastle fans are just a little bit vexed that he left, man.
No, bro. If you look at, I know he scored. What did he get? Something like 9 goals in the league for them that season, right?
No, he got 11.
Was it 11? if you look at how those goals are spread out, I think he scored 4 in one game, he scored 2 against us, and then I think he got another brace in one game. So his goals were clusters as opposed to spread out. So he may have had like 10 out of 10 games, but then he'd have 3 out of 10s as well.
Yeah,
So
but
over the course of the
he
season,
played wide for them. He wasn't a striker. His
no,
role
no, but
wasn't to score goals.
no, I get that, but a lot of people would have said he was a flop. What I'm basically saying is, Depay was at Man United how long ago? What we saying, about 4 years ago, maybe 5?
Yeah,
Like 2015, like 5 years ago, bro.
Like
they signed
in
Depay when
5
we
years,
signed Bobby, so it was a while ago,
exactly.
isn't it?
2015,
Yeah.
2015.
2015, 5 years ago.
I'm taking Depay. Like yes, he didn't do well at Man United, but neither did Di Maria. Is anyone saying he wouldn't take Di Maria here? Because I would.
Exactly.
I'm taking Di Maria, and
I
he
don't
flopped.
really
But like,
like him.
can I just let me say
No, whether
quickly
you
about
like him
the
or not, you have to rate him, though, bro.
yeah,
But the
cool.
man got his own house burgled so he could bounce. That's kind of savage, man.
Well, that says a lot about Man United, bro. Like,
That's kind of savage.
bro, it
He
says a
went it
lot
out
about
there,
Man.
boy.
Bro,
He went it out there
Sanchez said
so
he wanted to
fast.
leave after the first training session, bro. Maybe you need to look at Man United, bro.
It's true.
Like,
Look at what goes on behind the scenes. But no,
um,
just quickly. I was
yeah,
actually
go
Kyle,
on.
you wanted to be that super chats, didn't you?
Yeah,
You wanted
yeah.
to be that super chats. Yeah,
Mohammed
go.
Khalif, you reckon we will do Champions League? And by the way, big up the three amigos. Champions League, I think it's Bayern still, personally. But I'd love to be proven wrong.
You know what? I've changed my
Yeah.
opinion on the whole situation to when the Champions League comes back round, I need to see what our league position is like and how the Prem's going. In February, if we've got a strong lead in the league, like 8 points or something like that, which would be amazing, I would say you try and do both. If the Premier League is looking real tight, I would be like, whatever happens in that competition happens. We gotta get the Prem this season. For me, anyway. So I'll say let's see what happens when we get to February and the Champions League comes back.
Nino. Salah flopped in a good Chelsea team. Depay flopped in an awful United team. Cal. Yeah, no, I agree. They both flopped. You'd say though. Yeah, Matt, you were gonna say something. You had something.
Yeah, just so quickly about the Werner thing. I think people need to understand something. I ain't no like Werner fanboy. Obviously, I rate Timo Werner in it. Like, do you know what I mean? You see him at Leipzig and you think, he might come to Liverpool. But all in all, I'm not just gonna sit there and go because he's playing bad for Chelsea. All of a sudden, I'm just gonna flip and go, yeah, nah, he's dead, fam. He's dead food. Right now, he's playing poorly, but I still think there's a quality player there, and I still think, regardless of whether it's Chelsea or whether he has to move, I still think Werner will have a good career because I still think he's a good player, man. I think people need to put some respect on his name. And you got people saying things like, "Rob, we dodged a bullet." How can you say that when let's be real, yeah? Can you man see the future, people in the chat? Are you telling me that if he comes to Liverpool, that he's gonna miss the same chances that he had at Chelsea? Man, don't know that. Come on now, let's stop being silly now.
If we was allowed one free dip in the Chelsea squad, yeah, and it was my decision, and I called for your advice, and I said, bro, Pulisic or Werner, real quick, who would you tell me to take?
Pulisic now, only because we got Jota. Jota and Werner are kind of similar. Pulisic is that kind of more techie baller. Like,
he's just better, full stop.
Yeah, Pulisic is that techie baller.
He's injury prone.
He is. Them injuries are a real worry at his age. He's 21, 22.
To be honest, you'd kind of take Ziyech, to be fair, guys.
No, I would still take Pulisic.
I don't think Ziyech has done enough, in my opinion.
Ziyech he's baller, man.
Bro, you're talking about injuries. Hasn't Ziyech been injured the whole time he's been there as well?
Man's had one little highlight reel for one or two games, and everyone's like he's the truth.
I'm just saying if I was to take someone from Chelsea, that's who I'd take. I'd take Ziyech.
You wouldn't take Kante?
No, I'm not saying I'm just saying who I would take from Liverpool. I'm saying who I'd take for Liverpool. Do we really? All real jokes aside, Kante is their best player. Do we need Kante?
Bro, I think Kante's so good, you just take him for the hell of it, bro.
Let's do a drift.
Live with that. I can live with that. I'm just saying,
we don't buy centre backs. Yeah, Fabinho's now a centre back. You're bringing Kante. We move, fam. Can you imagine Kante and Fabinho playing the same team? Nah, locking up shop. Bruv, you see how we got in tier 4? Be tier 10. Nothing happening. Nothing. You can't go outside. You can't go on the pitch. You can't do nothing.
No, Carl, he's got a point. You make Fabinho Virgil's partner, and you put Kante in the holding role, bro. It's a wrap.
It'd be mad.
Kante in Liverpool.
It'd be mad. I'm just saying, in terms of Liverpool's squad, I think I would go for Ziyech.
Carl, do you know what I think?
Everyone knows I love Kante. It's just I look at how many midfield options he's got.
But I'm gonna be real. I know Kante maybe hasn't been the same, and maybe because of he wants to leave Chelsea. But you see, Pete Kante, which I reckon if he gets Liverpool, we could get him back there. Bro, we could literally play one man in midfield. I'm not joking. To say, Kante, just screen the back four, yeah, and let everyone else do their thing. Bro, it would be mad. You see, different type of formation, 3-1-4-2. Them team, mad thing there, bro.
Do you know what Kante would do for us? Like Thiago would be able to get the ball and be like a quarterback. And you know all the people in I don't really watch NFL, but you know the guys who do all the blocking to make sure that the quarterback can do whatever pass he wants.
Yeah.
Kante will be doing that by himself like a pinball, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Kante would be an absolute problem. Like,
he would be.
He would.
All right, you know what? Just quickly, I know this is off topic, but just what if we did actually buy a DM and made Fabinho the centre back? What if that was actually the plan?
I asked that question a couple of weeks ago, and you man shut it down.
Do you know what, Cal?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember, but I'll be real. I think it depends on who it is. It would have to be someone extraordinary to the point where we go, yeah, maybe we can do that. Because I still love Fabinho to DM, Cal. That's what I'm trying to say. So unless it was Kante, and give me a name.
That's what I was just about to say. Because remember, Fabinho's more than just a DM. He's a creative player in midfield as well.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Oh, man said Kimmich, you know. Man said Joshua. I said Joshua.
Damn, son.
Because Kimmich can play right back as well. Yeah. That's a cheat code. Yeah, I'm taking Kimmich. Yeah, of course I am.
Kimmich, bro.
Of course I am.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Kimmich, that's unfair, drift, bro.
You can't say no to Kimmich, bro. You can't say no to Kimmich.
Joshua Kimmich under Klopp.
It's stupid. It's actually stupid.
Joshua Kimmich next to Hendo and Thiago. Shut up, bro. Shut up. That's liberties, bro.
Kimmich is crazy, bro.
Bro, do you know how liberties that would be?
That's it's unfair.
Do you know how much anger and aggression's in that midfield with Henderson and Kimmich, bro?
Bro. And as you said, the versatility from Kimmich is nuts.
You can just imagine before the game, Hendo and Kimmich just forehead to forehead, just G'ing each other up before the game. Man, just screaming in each other's face, bro. Forehead to forehead, bro. Mad.
Bro.
All right, let me say something more realistic then. I used what some of the people in the crowd in the viewing been saying, Ndidi.
Shall I tell you what it is? Ndidi's very good at breaking up play. I'm not a massive fan of his distribution, though.
But he could just pass it to Thiago, though, isn't it?
I hear that, but that's what we love about Fabinho. Yeah, remember Fabinho.
No, but I'm talking so Fabinho can stay a centre back, guys, and be Virgil part 2. Do
you know what? I like Ndidi, but I don't think he's. See, when you say Kimmich, when you say Kimmich, man actually nearly had to go and change my boxes, fam. Like, it's that deep. Man just thought, Kimmich? Nah, bro, this is a mad thing. Like, but you see Ndidi's quality, but again, I still feel like, do you know what? I would still look at it and go, but Fabinho, let's just put Fabinho back there because he can do more. Whereas Kimmich can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Paul Rain, Leans got pammed up the Reds. They really did.
You know what? It sounded funnier hearing Cal actually say it out loud.
They got pammed up the Reds.
They did get pammed. Speaking of centre midfield, guys,
Greer, you know,
I think it's only right it's only right we got to speak about Thiago. And shout out to get the person up on Twitter.
How are we?
LX,
How are
shout out to
we?
Anfield HB on Twitter, who's been pressing me to say we need to speak about
How are
Thiago a
we?
bit more, especially with the fact that he could be coming back soon, and just what a difference and how that could actually shape the rest of our season. Now, again, Drift, I know you're going to say we need to see him, and I get you're fully
Yeah, no,
right, but
I
let's
was
just
going to say, so you lot actually do think we're going to get to sign him in January then? Like, it's going to happen, yeah?
yeah, I'm almost certain Edwards will pull off the
Yeah,
deal.
We'll get it
We may
done.
have to wait till the summer to see him at his best, though. Who knows? We may just get him in on loan at first. But now, all jokes aside, speaking about Thiago, how different would he make us play? And also, would that affect Fabinho going forward as well, potentially, in
What do
terms
you
of
mean in
playing
terms of
centre
whether
midfield?
he would get back? Because here's the
Yeah.
thing, a lot of people
Mm.
who don't watch Thiago, and I don't mean this in a shady way, who don't watch Thiago like in terms of they haven't watched his whole career. He's actually a number 8, but it suited him to play the DM at Bayern because he became the deep line playmaker. But you've got to more liken him to Javi Alonso when we had Mascherano. That's more what he is. Do you get what I'm saying?
They played in a 2, innit? Remember they played a double
he's
pivot.
the Xavi in that midfield that's got
Yeah.
Busquets behind him. But because Bayern Munich are so dominant, he played that role, and you know what I mean, and it was all good. Ideally, you want Fabinho or Henderson behind him and let him be that 8 and do his thing. That's what you want him to do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thiago in any team makes the sauce. Like, put it like this. Right now, do you know what we're like? We're like, I'm trying to think of something. We're like, right now, we're like the jerk chicken, yeah? Banging. No matter what, you know what I mean? Banging. But if you put that sauce on it, it's different. It's different. Thiago is the sauce. So we're already banging, but when you put the sauce on it, it's 100. Different. It's different. Like, wait till this guy, like, you've already seen a taste of it. The Everton game, the cameo against Chelsea. And if you really need to know, just go and watch the Barcelona or the Bayern Munich. Like, it's different. It's different. This is why I've never been so excited in my life. Like, real talk, football wise, before any of my family get offended.
I'll tell you what it's like. It's like, you know, if you've been speaking, like, it's like, obviously we're all in long-term relationships, been with our missus for a while now. But remember that first time we first got with them, we first started speaking to them on the phone, and then they say that one thing that's like, yeah, tonight's the night, and you're like, oh, tonight's the night, it's gonna sample the thing, yeah. And you freshened up, you put on your best aftershave, your best clothes, and then you just get a WhatsApp just as the Uber arrives, and she just like, oh, sorry, I've got to change my plans, an emergency's come up, and you're like, raw. And then you just don't hear back from them for a while. That's what it's like.
No, bro, I'll go you one better. She's like, I'm still on my way, but I just got to stop at the chemist on my way. You're like, for fuck's sake, man.
That's in the chemist. No, I'm done.
You're just looking like, and you're just like, yeah,
change your plans.
Well, evidently, we really will be Netflixing then, I guess, isn't it? Like...
oh, I love it.
I've got to go around the room, blow out the candles and all that. And I was like, he just like, raw, it's meant to be tonight still.
like, things are
put my
just
apple juice back in the fridge and all that. Like, it's mad up to that, isn't it? Like, but no, that's what it's like. Like, we literally saw just how great it could be, and then boom, got taken away. But
yeah, man,
I think it's going to be important to see how he settles in, because again, you could argue he's not even settled in because he's hardly played.
Yeah,
I think he's settled in, because when I watch Milner and Hendo and them, man, I can already see the sauce rubbing off, bro. Real talk.
No, he's settled in, I think, in terms of like, behind the scenes with the squad kind of thing. But in terms of on the pitch, like, everyone knows like exactly what he does before he's going to do it kind of thing. that's where I will be like, yeah. But do you want to know something? Going back to your original question, Carl, yeah? When Thiago finally hits the ground running, I don't think people are going to
They're
understand
not
how
ready.
much
They're not ready.
they're really not, you know. They're really not. Do you remember the first time we all saw Thanos in Infinity War, and no one knew what to expect, and then you just saw him bust out the Hulk. You're like, hold on a minute, the Hulk just got manhandled.
He said, "Let him have his fun."
It's fun.
Let him have his fun,
bro. And when you saw the Hulk shook, bro,
yeah.
Thiago's gonna have that same effect when teams are gonna play that low block and think, yeah, we got Liverpool. We know how to at least kind of slow them down. And Thiago just puts on his ring and it's just game over, fam. That's it.
Yeah.
You just see him put on the ring and it's done, fam. I'm telling you, bro. I'm being 100% serious.
If you need anything to go by, everyone was putting Liverpool to finish 4th, 5th, bottle it, rare.
Yeah.
And when we signed Thiago, everyone went, "Oh yeah, Liverpool's won the league." That's all you need. You wouldn't even need to make any explanation. We don't like. That's it. Straight.
Full Rain. Did you guys see Rance bad up James about Hendo? He didn't bad up James.
He didn't bad up James.
He just started shouting and saying jokes and stuff. If we really had an in-depth conversation about about Pogba and Henderson, it's not a conversation to be had. One is clear of the other, regardless of ability. One is clear of the other. Like facts.
Yeah.
James held his own straight. So,
more than held his own. When someone's got to start resorting to making jokes and shouting over someone else, you know the conversation's won, innit? It's as simple as that.
What I'm going to say is look at what Pogba's doing now and look at what Hendo's been doing for a while.
For a while.
For a while, bro.
Kadir Hussein have to leave the apple juice on ice. Yeah. For real. So, yeah, I mean, seeing Thiago, do you think Thiago, if he starts playing regularly, do you think Thiago will potentially be the reason why we seal number 20? If we seal it?
Yeah.
It all comes together nicely.
Yeah.
Do you think he's the difference of do you think he's the difference?
He's the one player.
Let me put it simple. Right now, shout out to I'm not gonna say her name, she won't even watch this anyway, but I got a beautiful family member who makes me a rum cake every Christmas. Made me 2 this year. And
send some my way.
Yeah.
Send some my way, bro.
My family don't do that.
Man just said it. Yeah, you know, man just got to rum
I got Mick Sanderson in the comments saying how I don't even like man. That's my family, evidently.
But like, it's a beautiful thing. But the only thing that she doesn't do is she doesn't put the icing or the marzipan on it, which I respect because she's already baked me the cake and it takes a long time to make a proper rum cake. So I don't expect it. So I do that part myself. But sometimes it's not even necessary. But if you do have it, you know what I mean? So Thiago, we're the rum cake. Liverpool's the rum cake. Thiago is the marzipan and the icing on the top. It will make it better, but you can't say we're crap without it, if that makes sense. It literally is the icing on the cake.
Yeah. It's that. No, well said. Having Thiago just gives us that X factor that I think we had at the beginning when we had like Virgil, Thiago, and everyone was fit. And I feel like even though we are beating teams and we smashed up Palace, some people might look at Liverpool and still think, nah, you know what, they're good, yeah, but we're just waiting for them to slip. When Thiago steps on that field and he starts playing games week in, week out, people are going to understand why we've got number 20 because he's a difference maker, bro. He really is. You see some of the games that we've drawn this season, if Thiago's playing, that ain't happening. He can unlock any defense. Like, let me just make that clear. Any defense in world football, this man will unlock it, you know? Like, he's, bro, I can't wait. He's the guy, bro. He's the guy.
Himanshu, Thiago's probably been 5 best midfielder of this decade after the likes of Iniesta, Modric, Kroos, Busquets. All of them are modern day great. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
That's why we never thought it was actually going to happen when we thought we were going to get him, because we don't normally sign players like that. Like
I still can't believe we actually got. Remember the months ago, like obviously before the start of the season, whatever, and we were all sitting there thinking, Like when we first got linked, we were all gassed, and then it all went
No, we
quiet, and it
weren't
all
gassed. We weren't. Remember? Do you not
no.
remember when we first got linked with him? We got linked with
Yeah,
him the
we were
night we
doing a
got piped.
show.
No, we got linked
Oh
with him the night we got piped by Man City.
Yeah,
That
and
was
then
the
we were
very
doing
first
the
time.
show, and that's
yeah,
when the link came up. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Someone was
and
like,
I
check
straight away was
Twitter.
like, no, fun this. I was like, you know what they're doing? They're just doing this to make us feel better. They do this every time
Yeah,
we
yeah,
lose.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Lo and behold, he's ours. He's
Yeah,
our
and then
number
when,
6.
do you know how? Do you know when I knew that it's a possibility, not definitive. I just knew that it is when Fabrizio was like, there's been contact, and I was
There's
like,
been
Fabrizio,
a
don't do this,
breakthrough.
fam. Yeah, but like Fabrizio, don't do this to man. I'm begging you. And then it went quiet. Then he's like, oh, we have to wait and see. Obviously, during this pandemic, we don't know whether Liverpool going to stump out the cash. And when I heard that line, whether Liverpool going to stump out the cash, that's when every Liverpool fan just goes, oh, you know what happens next now, innit? We're just going to lose out on him. He's going to go somewhere else. Then, when I saw Liverpool have agreed a fee with Bayern, fam, I'm not going to lie. I actually still felt like our man was dreaming, bro.
Bro, if I'm
learning
being honest with
Portuguese.
you, I actually
I learned
panicked
Portuguese.
because when I got back to my phone, you'd bailed off my phone so much, I thought you was in genuine trouble. I thought something had actually happened.
I remember I kept on phoning you. Like, bro, I tried to phone you. Like, I think I was speaking to Callum and I was like, bro, I tried to phone Drift about 5 times. Like, what's he doing? I was like, what?
And the thing is,
because
because you
early in
never,
the day.
It's 8:30 in the morning.
and your voice notes were saying things like, fam, holler at me. So I'm like, there's no context in the voice note, bro.
Bro, it was urgent, bro. We're signing Thiago. I phoned Cal, was like, no, Cal, just like, I don't know what you're doing, fam. Like man needs to be awake. He needs to hear this now, bro.
But we were both belling off your phone, Drift. I'm not even gonna lie.
I tried it about
I thought something had gone wrong. Honestly, I literally, when the phone was ringing, yeah, I was a bit nervous to hear what man was going to tell me because I didn't know the news at the time. So I'm like, is everything all right? What's going on? Like, I was a little nervous. You get what I'm saying? Because man had like 22 missed calls, 18 messages. It was amazing.
Bro, Thiago, man.
Eric says, if Coutinho plays 12 more games, Barcelona owe us 20 more million euros. Nah, this is the greatest transfer in history. Wow.
Martin, that's mad.
Barcelona. You gotta rate them.
Is that real? Is that real? They do actually owe us that, yeah.
Pixel, allow me. Look what Pixel just said. I'll let you read it out,
though. Matt, you realise every time you give a guy a hashtag, you get injured. Thiago, Jota, and Naby, allow it, bro.
I say something to that. I never. Do you know why?
It's kind of true. Still,
it's 2/3 true. 2/3 because I never gave Jota his hashtag. Remember that, guy?
You didn't, to be fair. But
Thiago
and Naby, you did.
Yeah. It was Naby things and Thiago time. I know. Allow it, man.
More hashtag. If you ever give Mbappe a hashtag, bro, we're gonna fight on the spot, bro. We're gonna fight on the spot, man.
Hashtag. Well, I don't even know what I'm gonna say, bro. I don't even know.
Mbappe
we'll
moves
see.
Or something like that.
Yeah, who knows, bro? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
All right. Next and last topic of the show, then, guys. So Virgil van Dijk, he's now doing kick-ups. He's doing a little bit of ball work inside, still, of course, not outside. This is 7 weeks since his injury, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen a few people saying that he's going to be back by the end of the season. I still don't think he will. One thing I will say though, 7 weeks to be doing what he's doing is kind of mad. I'm not going to lie. It is kind of,
isn't it?
But yeah, it's kind of
for real.
It is kind of.
You can see he's ahead of schedule, and I just think that's just the nature of him. I don't think Liverpool rushed him. I just think that's him. But I still feel like we won't see him till next season. No. We won't see him till next season.
No, not you. That's what I would say to him if I was talking to him about Verge. Slow down.
But he's a warrior, though, fam.
Yeah, I know, but slow down. Slow down.
You know what I mean? He's the type of person.
He's got all the time in the world. Slow down, bro. Like that's what I would say to him, bro.
Can you imagine if Van Dijk is like fully fit in like 4 months? Bro, I'm not gonna front. The way he's moving, I'm looking at him a bit like, bro. They like a couple of weeks ago. I remember they asked Jurgen Klopp about the knee, and he was like, "Yeah, knee is as best as a knee can look, so to speak." And now man's all like kicking ball. It's like just right. This man's got superpowers or something.
This is actually quite a true statement from Nazir. this is what's upsetting. Holland won't give a shit about his career and his health. They'll just want him. And I hate that.
They're pulling his heartstrings in it for his country. No, but Liverpool, if you're Jurgen Klopp, you say, listen, this guy's had one of the worst injuries that you could ever get in football. I'll say that, and maybe even Achilles as well. Those things always have more than likely like long-standing problems down the line, especially when you snap your Achilles, yeah? If Van Dijk recovers like quicker than usual, I'm sorry, they have to allow it. And if you're Jurgen Klopp, you say to them, listen, I don't care what you're trying to tell him and get in his ear about, you know, the tournament or whatever coming up. You need to let him heal. Like, let him fully heal. Like, shout out to all the basketball man that know about Kevin Durant, who tore his Achilles. Now, there was a pandemic, obviously, so he didn't have to play basketball, but it's actually allowed him to heal and come back like a lot stronger, as you can see in the preseason. He looked better than what I thought he was going to look. And that's what I'm talking about. No matter how great an athlete is, let him recover properly. Doesn't matter if he comes back quick, just allow him the actual process he needs to be 110% because of what he's gone through.
Paul Squire, you know I watched some of your football arguments to kill off rival fans trying to banter me. And yeah, I take all the credit when people praise me. Love this channel, longing out the thing with the merch. Guys, I know I say this every week. I know Drifty says it every week. I know Matt says it every week. The merch is that close. It's that close, honestly. It really is very, very close now, honestly.
The only thing we apologize for is that we weren't able to get it ready before Christmas. We really do wish we was able to do that.
100. Yeah.
But for the new year, guys, you know what I mean?
And
you know what, Paul? Do your thing, bro. If you take the credit, I'm all for it. It's a team effort, bro. It's a team effort.
So, guys, obviously, January is coming up. We've been saying since Virgil got injured, we need a centre back. We've been saying since Gomez got injured, a centre back is essential. Who's the centre back we should go and get, guys?
I've stopped trying to figure it out, Cal, and I'm just waiting for Klopp to do what he did with Jota, where we're not expecting it and he just pulls it out of the bag.
Generally don't know, Cal. Remember last week, didn't we, or the week before, we were talking about Upamecano, we were talking about Konate. We're looking at the injury records and we're thinking, right, these men actually
Cal put me off Upamecano like a mofo, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The injuries, bro.
Yeah, like, I don't want none of that anymore, bro. I don't want that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, Cal. That's me being real. Let's just see what happens. Generally don't know.
2Pixel2, Cal, is the R Drift shirt coming? No, because I think it'd be a bit weird me wearing that on a shirt. So, it's a bit
For
weird.
real.
It's a bit weird.
That might be a bit mad still. I can't really know.
Amged, would you?
I think that would drop all right, to be honest. But fair enough.
Would you guys be able to ship merch to Dubai? No, I don't know actually. But what I will say,
we'll look into it. No, we'll look into it.
I'm more than happy to bring it over directly if you want to help me make that happen. I'm good. Door-to-door service if you want. I don't know, 3 days in the hotel, that could do me fine. I drop your team. I get it customized to the weather and that, and then I fly back. You get your t-shirt. Boom, everyone's happy. Just something to think about.
Yeah. Now, all jokes aside, hopefully there won't actually be a problem with shipping to anywhere.
Yeah.
But obviously during this time, things might be a bit tricky. So bear with us while we look into see what we can and can't do. So, you know what I mean?
I think for me, the defender. I mean, I like Pau Torres a lot. I just think it'd be very difficult to get him. Jules Koundé from Sevilla, again, another one, but it might be difficult to get him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of... I like Pau Torres, I'm not going to lie. I do like Torres. A lot. And left-footed as well.
So do some of the viewers, bro.
Yeah, like he's good in the air. He's
for composed.
Real. He reminds me of a Daniel Agger. I'm not saying he's as good as Agger was before anyone comes for me in the comments. I just say he reminds me of Agger.
Okay, I can live with that. When you mentioned Agger, bro, I was like, Cal, let's really in a bit because we're talking about Daniel Agger. But I get what you mean. It reminds you playing style thing.
Add Cal, would you do personal delivery if it's local? I would have considered it if I didn't see the eye emojis, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the eye emojis made me a bit worried. I'm not gonna lie,
As
bro.
they said, send me location. Send location.
Yeah, I'll send it in an Uber for you.
Do you want to know what? Do you know what's quite unfair of what I've done accidentally on purpose to a couple family members? I've really pushed the agenda for me needing that third Liverpool kit.
Bro. That kit,
Vapor.
bro. Too much,
I've been
bro.
pushing the agenda, bro.
Bro, if you get that, you're blessed.
Bro, I need that kit in my life, bro.
No, same.
I need that kit in my life. I think it could quite honestly be the best kit that I've seen us have. But I love it. I'm not even gonna
Over the one you're wearing?
No, the new third kit.
Over the one you're currently wearing, bro?
Yeah, I kind of do think it is.
You like it more than the home kit? Do you like it more than the home kit?
I do. I genuinely do, bruv. I think that kit is saucy. I'm not even joking.
No, it is.
I love that kit.
No, it is. It's a serious kit, but I don't know yet. I need to wear it and then kind of, you know what I mean?
Put it like this: I'm gonna make an excuse to go live on Christmas Day if Santa delivers that kit in
it. So if Santa, like you put the feelers out to everyone in your family already, bro.
Exactly. Man's gonna talk about Santa now, you know.
No, I think the third kit's nice. I don't think it's the best kit we've had in a while though. Like, we've had some nice kits recently.
We have, but I think this kit goes in my top 3. I can't even lie.
Top 3. We may have to do a kit show then, guys. We may have to do a kit show soon.
Yeah.
When I get it in real life, that's gonna secure how I feel about it. Like it's gonna make the confirmations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see. Any shouts for Alaba? He's not signing a new deal.
I don't think
I would take Alaba. Yeah, I'll take him, but you just know that 2 players from Bayern Munich over 2 successive seasons, very unlikely, but not impossible.
But they might not have a choice with it. That's the problem. They might actually
that is true. That's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. I'll take him though, 100%. If Liverpool were interested in Alaba and we signed him, I would have no qualms whatsoever. Top player, bro.
Definitely. So, guys, we're going to wrap up there. Anything else you guys want to say before we head off, people, and say bye to the people?
What can I say?
Super chat. Sabi, I'm predicting an Origi for a Kanji swap with Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund keen to bring in another striker to back up Haaland. Klopp still has clout with Dortmund. I would take that.
I like Kanji. Good defender. Solid. And someone's saying he's shocking. I don't think he's shocking. I think he's decent. Solid, man.
Shout out to Vinny. Vinny said, "Did Drifty slip? Why has he got a faint goatee?"
Vinny.
It's not a goatee. Can't you see? It's ever so faint. You gotta start again, man. You gotta start again. Every now and again, you gotta start again.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Drew. I'm still in the starting mode. Still, I'm waiting to get to level 2. Yeah, I mean, I would take that. I'd take a Kanji for Origi.
So that, yeah.
I'm sure you would, Cal.
But it wasn't just me, Matt said it as well, bro.
Anyway, guys, it's been a great show in that year.
But no, all jokes aside, guys. So when are we going to be back? Are we back tomorrow, guys, or is it Wednesday?
Wednesday. I think we're back Wednesday. Yeah. But obviously, keep an eye on socials and that, and you'll see our schedule and when we're going live and whatnot. So make sure you check it out, people. Trust me. Indeed.
Vinny's invited you to the shop, Drift. Icon Barbers, and now he's saying Icon Barbers meets Kop-Ish, yeah.
He said, "Come see me in one car."
To be fair, you might have told me that Vinny's the guy, but even though I can't go to my barber anymore, we know there's a code of ethics here. We know. Even if he found out I was going somewhere else, even though I'm supposed to just be doing it at home, I will be slew. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really. But I've heard good things, Vinny. I've heard good things. If you know how to bring a hairline back, I'll cheat on my barber still.
Bring it back.
Bring it
So
back,
like, just to confirm, guys, the West Bromwich Albion preview will be Wednesday. It won't be Thursday. We're not going to do anything Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or Boxing Day. So you'll get that on Wednesday. So make sure you look out for that.
Unless Santa delivers my kit.
Well, if Drifty's there, I can't go. I physically can't go live on Christmas Day. So
Drift might.
If Drift does, then all the more power, and I'll try and jump in the comments and all that, and give my little add to it. If you get the third kit, then I'm not gonna lie to you. If I have to rate you high, still, I have to rate you high because I don't know if I'm getting the third kit this season.
I've needed that in my life for a while, bro. So fingers crossed, eh? Peer pressure's a mofo.
No, guys, gotta say a massive thank you for everyone who joined us today. Thanks for everyone who DMs us as well on a regular. As I said, we'll be back on Wednesday for the West Brom preview. Got a couple of members videos dropping as well this week, so make sure you look out for that. Yeah, just gotta say a massive thank you for the support, people. Continue to support. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Share this with your friends and family. My name's Callum, man like Matt, Drifty. We are Kopish. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and we are out, people. Take care.
Peace.